Figure Fight Club, we're repping the crew, battle on the floor. It's me and you, pulls them up right. Let the showdown begin. In this action figure world, we're destined to win. Got my action force, they ready to strike. Transformers roll out, they're ready for the hype. Marvel and DC, heroes in the ring. With every epic clash, hear the crowd sing. Figure Fight Club, we're repping the crew. Welcome to Figure Fight Club, where collectors come to play. Discussions from relevance to hot toys shaped by collecting weight. Pour a drink for yourself, collect your thoughts. Join us on this journey in action-packed talks. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the flow, with the flow. Welcome with the flow, with the flow. Raise your drinks up high and let's cheers. You're among collectors and like-minded peers. From stores to conventions, we take you backstage, exploring figures from modern day to the Stone Age. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the flow, with the flow.
All right, enough of that. Welcome to Figure Fight Club. I am your host, Abby. We're going to have a great show for you guys tonight. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hello to the replay squad. Let me go bring out my co-host. We actually have a new co-host tonight. So let's bring him out and tell him. Actually, not good music for these guys.
What's up? What's going on?
How you guys
What's
doing?
going on, guys? How y'all doing?
I'm doing well. You nervous, Lou? I see you got the purplish pink lights back there, trying to set the mood. Like,
What happened to the
I should have brought in some sexy music in for you.
I agree. I think that would have been ideal. That would have been fantastic.
There we go.
If I had the hair, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
Like, just going away. What happened to the others? Why is it so dark in your room, Lou?
Why is it so dark in my room? I don't know. I'm messing with lighting. I'm messing with lighting. I'm not sure. It's kind of
He's got a special someone coming over after the after show. That's where that's happening.
Oh, okay. Right in the toy room too.
right in the room.
But we have an awesome guest tonight, a VIP. He makes some cool shit, so let's bring him out. I gotta go back to my buttons. Everyone, welcome Steph, DTour Customs.
Whoa! What's going on?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for having me.
Hey,
Not
thank
much.
you for being on, dude. That's awesome.
Welcome, Steph.
Wouldn't miss it for the world.
So, Steph, like we generally ask a lot of questions, especially on journeys, backgrounds, and first of all, I'm going to ask you, where are you right now? Because there's a lot of stuff behind you.
I am in the garage. This is my workshop, and as you can see, the DTour construction sign. Go the other way because there's a big mess in here. I'm constantly working. I'm constantly making stuff, and I thrive in the chaos.
I hear that. I definitely hear that.
I think that's something most artists have in common. There's a little bit of chaos back there sometimes.
A lot of bit of chaos. I actually tried to clean up before the show. I'm like, you know what?
No.
I'm just gonna let it ride, man. Just as long as nothing just falls on my head, and I don't have my hard hat on right now, but it's good.
Again, like Talib was mentioning, there are a lot of customizers who do have a workshop very similar to that. So, before we jump into your journey in toy collecting and customizing, how do you get around in that workshop?
You gotta scoot from side to side and hope you don't scrape your elbows and arms and stuff, and it works. I can navigate in the dark in this place. I know where everything is.
No, that's awesome. So I guess let's dig into the questions if you're ready, man.
Absolutely.
How long have you been collecting for?
Whew. I was a child collector, so.
Oh shit! Okay.
I think we have to make the distinction between what we collected as children,
yes,
and what being an adult has allowed us to amass in bulk. So as a kid, I had the Ninja Turtles, I had the O-ring GI Joes, I had the knockoff 5-point toys that you get from the dollar store. So a little bit of everything. I was too, I guess, immature to know what I had. So I'm in the bathtub with these things. I'm throwing them out the window, making parachutes out of plastic bags, that kind of thing. So
you're playing with them as a kid should do. That's normal.
You knock them around and then they break, and then you cry for another one, right?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Or just steal one.
Let's not incriminate ourselves.
I think there's a period of due process, like 7 years. I think. Right?
Yes. The statute.
I mean, why do you know these laws too well? What is going on, man?
I mean, I'll be honest. I was a little klepto when I was a young kid, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Hobby makes like me cry because I'm missing a toy. I have no idea where it went.
No. But I would never steal from people. I would steal from stores.
Yeah, we probably are.
Robin Hood, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. But again, I was very young. I mean, we're talking about like 9-10 years old. So
Yeah, we didn't know any better. We didn't know.
I was just a stupid kid, right? That's the excuse I'm going to go with. Stupid kid.
Yep.
So, when did you become a serious collector as an adult, or just kind of like, hey, I want to not play with these, and now just put them on the shelf and display and all that stuff?
Once you get to the point of adulthood where you're not ashamed to kind of embrace like those nerdy habits and those nerdy hobbies, you kind of start jumping in. You go to stores like, let me bypass the toilet paper section and go see what the toys look like. So I want to say maybe it was 2014 when I came back from deployment.
2014, okay.
Yeah, 2014 when I came back from deployment, and I was like, I'm going to the toy store. I'm going to go have a good time. So Toys R Us was still open then, so I made a beeline to Toys R Us, and because of Comic-Con, I had already been accustomed to Midtown Comics in New York City, so I would always go to the comic shops or toy shops, but it was now I was buying things in earnest to more or less revive the collection, right? So that was almost like a rebirth. So got the.
Okay.
Did you have a go-to toy line when you got back in?
It was Marvel Legends. The Infinity Series, the 3 3/4.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I kind of jumped into first. But then I realized my hands are bigger now, so kind of have to get a bit scared. So and you jump into Marvel Legends. At the time, it was the transition from Toy Biz to what we have now, Marvel Legends, and so a lot of those old toys were still coveted. Like the Beast, the Dragon Man. Articulation was, by today's standards, weird, but they did the job, and they're really, really good figures for the time. So you can, even if the technology changes, you can always appreciate what was made for that era, and it's really fun era to collect. But then graduated. I've always been in the customizing state of mind. Even as a kid, when you have, oh Jesus, sorry about that little vacuum. But
wasn't me.
So sorry.
Yeah. I was like, who's cleaning?
This little air gun. It just kind of just went off on its own. Just this thing away, man. but yeah, as far as customizing goes too, I have always messed around with the toys, pop heads, paint, that type of thing. So I would sculpt by hand, two-part epoxy, regular air dry clay, just to kind of add some additional oomph to the figures, and it just kind of spooled up and evolved to where I'm at now. As the technology and mediums improved, it allowed me to do the same. So
Matt with 2 T's in the chat is asking which branch were you in?
Army.
Army.
Yep.
Go
Army Aviation. Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for your service. We appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Talib was he asked the question, what kind of got you hooked up, and so the 6-inch line you went to next, something larger, and was that Marvel Legends as well, or was
Yes,
that a different?
That was Marvel Legends. At the time, Sota was pretty attractive for like your Street Fighter stuff.
Yep.
But they're so expensive. It's just pure
That
madness.
was ridiculous.
I was an eBay rat. I was just on eBay, just looking for collections and lots. Even now, I look back at my first eBay purchase, way back when. I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. I'll just buy random fodder lots. I don't care what condition they were in, because I was like, I can fix it, no problem. And you're just amassing this fodder bin, and by the time you're done, you got movie line toys, you got offshoots, just this Mod Podge of just random action figures, and it was so awesome to see. It was so awesome to have. Just mix and match.
What else did you collect minus the Marvel Legends? Were there any other lines that kind of got you hooked?
At the time, I think around in the infancy of the Mezco as we know it now, I think the first one I picked up was it was the Daredevil.
That's the
Mezco.
Comic one, right? The comic Daredevil.
Yeah, Mezco Daredevil dropped, and it was such a major departure from what we were getting before. I've just been collecting just plastic, and now we have soft goods at a premium level, and it's like, whoa. So I'm not spending $15 to $20 on a figure now. I'm dropping close to $100, and it's like, all right, get the white gloves on.
I mean, 125.
You went the path that I did, but with Masterpiece Transformers, and just gave up on my Hasbro stuff and went straight in third party and Masterpiece.
Yeah.
So I'm used to spending anywhere between $20 to $50 for a figure. Now I'm at like
200,
100 to 200 plus. So
yeah,
it's worth it though, right? Especially to your credit, the third party Transformers are incredible.
And I call them forever toys. Like I really don't need to replace them. They're we get these incremental improvements through official products, usually third party or even Takara Masterpiece stuff. You're one and done.
And I may be in the minority, but I'm okay with them not transforming. That's just more wear and tear, but that's just me. But third party stuff is beautiful.
Yeah, I used to be anti non-transforming Transformers, and then fucking blockies snagged their teeth into me, and now, but at the same time, my Masterpiece Transformers, I'll be falling asleep right now. I don't.
I'll be right back. All right.
I don't really transform them. I transform them once, and then I put them in my pose, and then put them on the shelf. So
it's like that quick hit of dopamine. It's all right. You get to go.
Yep.
Get on the shelf.
You look good right there. Gotcha.
I was about to say thank you for a second.
But I mean, is that similar with Mezco? I mean, is there soft goods stuff that you have to worry about, like 1/6 stuff?
1/6 I haven't jumped into.
Not yet.
Not yet. The price is not what deters me from it. It's more the space.
Yeah.
You get one, even if you don't complete teams, you need some sort of companionship. So you got to have maybe a setup. But the closest I've gotten to 1/6, in addition to the Legends too, I was pretty big into Play Arts Kai. That's as big as I went. I love the wonky, exaggerated take that they had on a lot of those figures. I think the first one I got, and it's actually my my Grail figure, It's a figure called the Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy 1.
Okay.
And it was this big armored blue armor, white cape, had these floating orange swords, and it was just the most dynamic and elegant thing I've ever seen in my life. And to this day, it's one of two of my favorites, hands down.
What was it? They
Yeah.
did something where they did a bunch of DC and they did some Elseworld crossovers. Like they had that cowboy Batman I thought was badass, but I never wanted to sink the
They
cash
had
for it.
Cowboy Batman. They had the Spartan Batman. They had the that weird ninja samurai looking Batman. They had the Rogues Gallery where they had the Joker Batman and the Mr. Freeze Batman, and they all looked fantastic.
Yep.
So good.
PlayArts Kai doesn't make toys anymore, right?
They do, but
They
it's
do?
more like branch off. So I think the most recent thing I bought from them was against another Final Fantasy figure, Jack Garland, who was the boss of the first Final Fantasy game.
Okay.
Again, another big, massive, armored kind of character, and the detail is just so immaculate. It is just easily that's the other favorite figure. So those two together are I will
So
never
those are
sell.
your two grails. The two grails.
Yes.
That's funny
And-
because that was one of my questions. What is your grail? So I'm
Mhm.
glad I didn't even have to ask it. And you told it. Anyway.
Yeah.
I picked up a Catwoman. I want to say from Arkham Asylum. PlayArts Kai from NinjaCon. I keep
Mhm.
calling it NinjaCon, but Toy Tuber Expo. Yeah, I think I got it from Ninja directly, actually.
Oh, he had that Jack.
yeah.
before?
Yeah, I definitely saw it. And I was like, dude, I need this.
It's so
And he was-
good.
yeah.
Man.
It's a
Ratchet
nice
and
looking figure for
Clank.
sure. Yeah.
I mean, the scale is wonky because it's not 1/6, but it's slightly bigger than 1/10, so it's like a 1/10 and a half, I would say.
Yeah.
They only scale with themselves, which is okay. You get the entire series, it's fine. They did like this cool Predator one also, which was dynamic. They had a Street Fighter series they did. Just a shame that the steam kind of died down, but immaculate for a shelf. Immaculate.
Beast Kingdom was very similar to that too. It was just a scale for itself in a way you couldn't really match them with anything else.
Yeah, I like Beast Kingdom. It's hit or miss with Beast Kingdom, but
Yeah.
their I picked up their Merciless, the Dark Knight's Metal character.
Okay.
That big blue armored Batman from the Wonder Woman universe. It's a beautiful figure.
Does
But
he
I
have
gotta
like
go.
gray? Does he have like a beard, gray hair, and a beard?
Yeah,
so
he has,
like,
yeah.
So I had the
head-
same figure. I thought
Mhm.
I had the same exact figure. That's the only Beast Kingdom I own today.
It's nice, man.
Actually, that's not true. I'm lying. I have King Shark as well.
King Shark is nice.
Hobby has
Like,
boxes in his house. He doesn't know what's in them, so he might have
Yeah.
everything.
No, I have
Toys.
two Beast Kingdom. Yeah.
Right.
I had that Merciless. So that looks dope, and that is like my main. That's gonna be like my main Wonder Woman, like villain,
Mhm.
in a way. Just because like he could be like he's like a god, right? He could be
Yeah, like an Ares kind of
Yeah,
figure.
exactly.
Yeah.
So he could be kind of bigger and a little bit more, taller than some of the other figures, and I was okay with that.
I love the light up feature, the self goods that are kind of concealed beneath the armor. Beast Kingdom also does egg attack, like those little, it's chibi. Yeah, there you go, and they do a really good job.
Yep.
Love those.
I love. They're like so
There you
fucking
go.
adorable
Yep.
to me.
And that's the Luke, right? Doesn't it
It's-
come with a Luke head as well?
Yeah, this is the Luke. Yeah, I want to say this is one of the exclusives from like SCCC or something, but they were on sale on Amazon for like $30, and I bought three of them. So, yeah, I ended up buying three.
Guess
And I
who's
was
going
like,
on Amazon tonight?
they're just like adorable little figures, and I was like, man, I kind of want this. But yeah, no, they're fun. I'm gonna just have them posed. All three of them are gonna be posed up like this and just hanging out somewhere in my house. It was like the idea behind it.
Heck yeah.
Let's. So, what do you collect today then?
Mhm.
We talked about you as a collector when you first got into it seriously, but now today, I'm sure it's changed a lot.
It's changed significantly. So, Legends, I will collect X-Men, I will collect Avengers, main
Okay.
teams. But now I'm heavy into Mythic Legions primarily and Joy Toy as well. And of course, all of
Joy
the
Toy.
third-party stuff that we see
Okay.
coming out of China. I'm into
Yeah.
the Warcraft stuff or the Warcraft stuff. So, but Legions, Joy Toy, hands down.
George
No
Toy is the
classic.
118, the 118 scale. He's pulling it out.
We love us some Joy Toy.
Dude, it looks so good.
So good. I mean,
Are you ready to go down that rabbit hole?
No.
Guys, because this is it. The box is a prison for the elegance that is Joy Toy and Warhammer. One must take the toys out of the box.
Now, do you play the game, or you just enjoy the aesthetic and the figures?
So I haven't played the game yet. My 3-year-old doesn't allow me to do anything except go to work and feed him. So I'm having to dream and live vicariously through the gamers and YouTube videos of gameplay. But Joy Toy is where it's at, guys. Again, I only ever collected the Marvel 1/18th scale stuff, and going back into this scale, I'm in love. It's a nice bit of heft for the scale. Apologies for the camera, but the detail here is just
The detail is phenomenal on Joy Toys.
it's incredible, and the QC and the joints are even better. For this scale, it's usually the opposite. They get loose. They
ratchets. I'm hearing.
Not ratchets.
Okay.
For some of these figures, the hips are metal ball joints.
Oh, wow.
So they understand the weight limitations on some of these designs, and they act accordingly. So, guys, if you have the means to dive into another line and explore something that will bring you absolute joy, Joy Toy is where it's at.
Yeah.
Now we got the VIP trying to enable us to buy more toys.
I know, right? That's never the
great
case.
point. Yeah, the Joy Toy Ninja Turtles are great too. They're somewhere buried over here, and because of the hazards that I have imposed on me, I can't get them. But the Joy Toy Ninja Turtles are easily my favorite turtle offering right now, and that speaks volume because we live in a world where everybody has that license, and we have a lot of great representations of whatever iteration of Turtles is your favorite. So,
I saw pictures this week where they were doing a crossover with Godzilla, so they had Kaiju Ninja Turtles.
Yes, it's crazy how many different different versions we get. But the Joy Toy stuff, it works well, especially if you have a vehicle or a play set you got, but you don't want to go too big. They fit well. They fit really well.
Have you seen the Mezco 112 TMNT movie line that's coming out?
They look great. I don't know if I need them. I have the NECA ones. The NECA ones they do it for me. The Mezco probably
all
great.
those different heads, all the different heads and the expressions. I mean, expressions plays a big role. Like, I mean, you should have been. You're a Mythic Legions collector, right? So they finally have expressions. 1/6 Shooter was on our show, and he was so excited about the expression heads that Mythic Legions are starting to do now. So,
right, it gives you a bit more options as far as displaying, popping, and swapping, and just not to have that vanilla aesthetic on your shelf. Hey, pages on. Let's go. Yeah. So absolutely, the expressions really make a world of difference. It essentially is a multiplier for the figures you have. I'm very excited for them. I have the NECA ones, but depending on when they release the Mezcos, definitely might want to jump on that and pick it up. Because Shredder, Splinter, and everybody else is not too far behind, right?
That's also very true. That's a very good point. I mean, it's funny because I have the NECA movie turtle stuff all in my closet right now, and they're all brand new in box. I haven't opened any of them. And I was actually even thinking about, like, this weekend, I might just open them all and just put them on the shelf.
Gently.
I've heard hot water is my friend.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen the Heat Boys? They're doing Ninja Turtle figures now. They're the ones that are doing the Ninja Turtle mechs, but they have figures coming out now too.
They look incredible. Like I'm actually really pumped up for those because they have like the samurai armor bits, the bit of soft goods. From what I've seen for Wonderfest, somebody just mentioned Wonderfest, but
so much stuff from Wonderfest. It's nuts.
It's overwhelming. I'm scared.
Yeah.
I've been trying to keep up and posting pictures, and
can't keep up.
I just did the Transformer stuff because I there was so much action figure stuff. I had a hard time just keeping up with the Transformer stuff.
I
just-
And it was mainly action figures, so there wasn't much Transformer stuff. It was all like Yellow Park, Blockies, 3-0. So I mean, it was action figures. So there you go, Avi. Get you some more action figure Transformers.
Dude, Wonderfest was just like I was just like I had to stop watching it. I was like I can't, like I can't do this. I can't.
Everybody seemed to be goozing over those Hulks. I think collectively everybody was wanting that Gray Hulk.
See, I didn't care for the Hulks. I wanted
I'm
the in-art and LPZZ.
right now.
Yeah, and Heart stuff. Ooh.
Yeah, the in-art.
Was it
stuff
that Kingdom Come Superman? Well, it wasn't the Kingdom Come like body, but it was the Alex Ross like look to it.
Yeah,
I didn't like that
was
one.
really good.
I felt like the body was a bit too out of proportion.
Yeah,
Did you see how the fabric scooped into the upper thigh? It was a little weird.
I don't know if that was final either, though.
I thought the boots looked big, but other than that, yeah, I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
I mean,
we'll see what it's like.
The what's it called? The Deathstroke. That looked amazing. And then the Catwoman, the Anne Hathaway Catwoman, looked really good too.
Yeah, I didn't see it from behind though, so I can't give it like 10 star. No.
Here.
Toy Page is asking what stole the show for you guys.
Oh,
Oh man.
there were these Roman gladiator muscle mommies.
Yes.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I do.
I'm like, finally, the proportions are finally being made. Muscular females, excellent proportions, just fierce looking warrior Amazonian types. I'm here for it.
One of them had the gladiator helmet, right?
Yes.
Yep. I know which one. So you don't like Cesare Studios though? You didn't
Yeah.
like their females? Like their
I love
females
their
are-
females. In fact,
That was. Go ahead. Go ahead.
they walk so everybody else can run. They
Yeah.
set the tone for the female bucks across the board when it comes to those like third party companies, because Bernice and all of those other X-ray females, muscular, great proportions, great sculpt, great design. That's why they're so expensive on the aftermarket now.
Oh, dude, I still have like 6 or 7 Bernice sitting in my house somewhere.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The toys are gonna jump you, man. Like you better open those toys up.
This is a running theme. If you've never talked to Avi,
Yeah.
he has more boxes on display than he does action figures.
It's like an equal proportionate, right? Like I utilize my wall space really well. So I built shelves in the walls. Like I have like 32 feet of wall shelves, and that's where all the boxes go. And then I have like the displays that are below the shelves are the bookshelves, and that's where the loose figures go. So it's like you can't really see walls anymore. It's just bookshelves and wall shelves, and then just boxes everywhere and figures. Yeah.
You better be glad that this is not Toy Story, and because guess what? We're all Sid. All right, these toys will jump us, man. You better.
Yeah,
Well,
that would be terrifying.
for some of them, I mean, I have a lot of snail shell too, so I wouldn't mind for some of them.
Damn, you just went fucking. Come on, man.
But I should do that one day. Though. I should give like a man cave tour. I haven't really done one in a long time. But anyways, let's go back to you, DTour. If you could choose one line, just one line, which one would it be?
To live with
Seven-
forever.
Yes.
No.
I probably have to stick with Legions.
Allegiance. Okay. I had a feeling you were going to say that though.
Yeah, it's the one line that really speaks to what I love about, not just with toy collecting, but with just general interest. I love medieval fantasy. I love high fantasy. Just the armor aesthetic, the sharp edges, the craftsmanship, the history behind it, the blood, the gore. The etiquette, the language, the history. So it all appeals to me that way, and it kind of brings it all home. And also the Four Horsemen. I'm pretty close to where they're at, and for the last 10 years, it's been nothing but good vibes from them, and I'll always support them. They're a great group of folks.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, they're nice people for sure. Community benefits as well.
That's right.
Yep. Now, just like we just talked about, the one line you would choose. Which line would you give the Thanos snap to? Disappears forever?
Forever?
Not yours, but just in general.
What line pissed me off in the last year?
I know when Abby asked this to the last guest, they answered pretty quickly.
I haven't really thought of that. I would say maybe Mattel.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
why? You're not a fan of the wrestling figures?
Nah.
No?
I think they're. Oh yeah, yeah. Mattel really hasn't, at least for action figures, they haven't really broken any ground as far as competing with everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it'll be interesting to see once they go full gear and DC license what happens.
That'd be their saving grace.
You don't like that Motu either? The Motu line? No, nothing.
It's all right.
Yeah, those Motu Transformers were awesome.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, great A.
They look great. Now,
Mattel's all right, but I mean, that's me just loosely trying to think of something that I don't collect or I shy away from. But if there was anything I need to snap, I've probably already erased it from my memory. So,
got you. All right, Mattel.
Do better, Mattel.
Hey now. I actually like Mattel stuff though, personally, but not.
Well, you're a
mostly
wrestling fan.
Yeah, mostly the wrestling stuff. Yeah. Now, out of your collection, what are your top 5 favorite figures that you have?
Okay, so first, it's kind of the pair, the Play Arts Kai grill figures that I had mentioned. Second would probably be Oh, and don't crucify me for this because there's a lot of history behind it, but the Super 7 Sewer Samurai Leonardo.
Okay.
Only because as a kid I had like 3 or 4 versions of it, and now I have one that actually still fits my hand the same way. I don't know how they figured out how big my hand was, but it feels exactly the same as the version I had as a kid. So that one,
I think. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, that one is it's near and dear to me, and definitely one of my favorites. And I have my son playing with the Super 7 figures because they're hard to sell, but so I just gave it all to him. And
I think everybody had that Samurai Leo as a kid.
Everybody had.
I did too. Yeah.
You go to toy stores, it's always in the bin, like the $1 bin. Like
missing a
that must have sold a shitload.
Yeah. Shoulder pads, knee pads missing. Just scrape them. Yeah, so that one is up there. 3, I would say any Mythic Legions Knight, particularly the Black Knight, because when I first started collecting Legions, it was among the first figures I did an all-in order on, and I went crazy. And the Black Knight is just chef's kiss, immaculate. Nice gloss finish. Beautiful red plume. Love it. 4 and 5, I would say. What am I goo gaga for? It's hard. I think a lot of the figures are tied for the 4th and 5th spot. I think for me, Mezco Blade is easily up there too. Mezco Blade is different, guys. I gotta say, out of all the Mezco that I've had,
which one though? The first one or the second?
Original release.
The original.
Yeah, original release.
Okay.
Now is that comic or movie or what's it inspiration?
I believe it's comic.
Okay.
Definitely not movie.
It's definitely comic, but it looked like Wesley Snipes in a way.
It
It was very similar, but the second release was very different. Yeah.
I mean, the loadout we got from that, like with any Mezco, it comes with, that insane degree of accessories. It had, the sword, the short karambits. It had 2 sets of shades. I'm like, mind blown. And then, me being a flat top, black dude from Brooklyn. You know, seeing that superhero out there, that was huge for me, man. So I was like, Blade is it for me, man. I love Blade. And
Did you get that ramen racer vehicle, the ramen car? That
I
was like
did
the Blade
not.
vehicle.
I did not. Did you guys pick it up?
No, unfortunately, I have
I did
way
not.
too many vehicles in my house.
I have a tank coming, and I have nowhere to put it. And I have the Bridge Layer kit and Wolverine kit.
We're gonna start putting these vehicles in the in the driveways and garages here shortly because this is out of
Really?
control. We've gotten so
Yeah.
many vehicles in the last few years, and I'm grateful for it. And it's just like, careful what you ask for, you know.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
100%. It's
I do have the ramen van. What were you saying, Lou? You were saying something, Lou?
was I cutting out?
Yeah, I think so. You were saying something.
Okay. No, I was just agreeing as far as it's getting outrageous with the 1/12 vehicles. They're filling up space quick.
Helicopters, tanks, cars, motorcycles, buy. Like it is just out of control right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Completely.
And then you said the fourth was the Blade, and then what about the fifth?
The fifth, ooh, that's a toss up. Who would I put in that fifth spot? I would say this is a set, but the Mezco Ninja Turtle 4-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Up until that point, we hadn't really gotten a comic rendition of those turtles in particular. And I think Mezco did a bang up job of not just bringing us a great representation of those, but just the accessory sets too were just nuts. They were great size, great proportions, textures, paints. Each turtle had its own personality. It was really, really great offering. Really, really great offering. Even to this day, even though they released that Toon set and we're getting all of these other turtles, I think those Mezco turtles really stand the test of time. And 20 years down the line, when I'm getting ready to retire, it's like, look at my turtles. I remember when this first came out, boy. I tell you what, great offering.
There's a running joke with TMNT license. If you apply for their license, you'll probably get it.
I believe it.
Just throwing it out there.
I believe it. It's and I think it's a good thing. I see a lot of the properties that we grew up with are in weird purgatory right now. Like I think what comes to mind immediately from my childhood, like properties like Wildcats, and a lot of people refer to them as the knockoff X-Men, but I like them. But I haven't seen a Wildcat toy ever. Loose Collector is probably going to be the first to dive into that universe. They're in that trajectory right now, but it'd be nice to see that.
Yeah.
Is that the one that has a really high price point and they look like Marvel Legends?
They look like, because remember, Loose Collector was a customizer first. It looks like
okay.
He took a bunch of Marvel Legends and improved them significantly. And at first I was skeptical, but then when I actually held one, I'm like, forgive me for ever doubting you. They're really, really good figures.
Yeah,
Really.
I have a lot of the females of the Loose Collector.
This past weekend I just picked up Red Sonja. Oh my
It's
gosh.
really good, isn't it? Yeah. You should do the La Muerta. She is probably like the best one. Yeah, in my opinion, because I own most of the females that they released out, most of them except for the newer ones. But I have Roja and La Muerta, and they both are amazing figures.
I gotta pick it up. We simultaneously got two Red Sonja. So we had the Loose Collector, and then we had the boss fight.
Boss fight, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I like the stuff Boss Fight is doing now, but that Red Sonja wasn't it.
I actually didn't mind the Red Sonja, to be honest with you. I liked the figure. I thought it had a better head sculpt or a face sculpt than the Loose Collector one, but the Loose Collector felt more solid. Like the plastic felt like a good figure. Boss Fight was flimsy.
Yeah.
It was a little flimsy.
the paint too was remarkably better on the loose collector one.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about an outstanding female figure. How many years did we suffer with those old single jointed Marvel Legends females? And it's like, guys, please, somebody make a proper female figure here. Double jointed elbows.
Yep.
And finally we have it, and we're getting them in droves now, per Wonderfest, mind you. So I'm excited.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, the Psylocke was pretty decent from Marvel Legends in that 2-pack, the Gamerverse.
Yes.
That was a really good figure. Yeah, that was a really good figure from Hasbro.
Even Hasbro is like, okay, you guys want it? We'll give it to you. So yeah, Psylocke was incredible right now. It's such an incredible figure.
It took them a bit, but they made some sexy figures this year. The Psylocke, the 3-pack from SDCC with Rogue and Shauna.
It's Nicole. It's Nicole Kidman and Miley Cyrus, dude. Get it right.
Yeah. Yeah, even She-Hulk and Titania on that same body mold, same deal.
Yep.
Such a great way to bring in some new design. Yep, there you go.
Their face sculpts are really beautiful too, especially on the She-Hulk.
Yes.
Yeah.
I need to get that.
Does she have grippy hands? Can she hold a sword?
Yeah, she has grippy hands. It looks like behind her.
She should have one for the dumbbell. So
yeah, they're for the dumbbells. You can't see them. They're behind the sticker right here.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that face with the ponytail with the little smirk, it's pretty.
Yeah, I gotta
sexy.
pick that one up. That one's nice, man.
It is a nice one. I had it in my pile of loot, then I canceled it.
Avi, that muscle mommy didn't come your way.
No, it did not, because I already have like 2 She-Hulks. I don't need more.
Well, what's nice is you can take that retro carded Iron Man She-Hulk body and put the ponytail head on that one, and then you got the perfect She-Hulk.
Okay.
From that.
This guy knows what he's talking about here. You give me
around.
Yeah, he does. Now, before I ask my next question, I wanted to get to the chat because I see some questions in the chat as well. I like that StreamYard has this new thing where they put question marks on there. Thanks, Talib, for letting me know about that. So I'm going to bring up Initial Goose. So he asked earlier, hey, DTour, what would you say is the best way to overcome feelings of a creative plateau? How do you keep challenging yourself but stay able to start and finish projects despite their complications, I guess?
Despite their complexity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right with you, Goose. I'm with you, man. So you have to take breaks. You absolutely have to take breaks. Even if you have a million projects that you start, it's very important that you start them in the first place. You can always go back to them, but never feel like you have to turn your passion or your hobby into a laborious task or some sort of mundane job. It's not what it's there for. A hobby is there to allow you to express yourself creatively, relieve stress, and to remove yourself from your regular monotony that you deal with on the outside. So if you got to take a break, revisit. I got projects that I've been working on for years, and they start as an idea. They're like, I got a million projects just as notes on my phone right now. And as soon as I feel the spark or I got some time or the motivation to do it, I jump on it. But never pressure yourself into a place where you have to crank out projects for either notoriety or for exposure. To do it because it makes you feel good, and time will tell when that happens. But don't pressure yourself, otherwise you lose the creative juice and you kind of lose sight of what you're working on in the first place.
Oh, nice. That's a good response.
So do you get a version of writer's block, and when you do, what do you do to break it?
Oh yeah, all the time. So I'll give you a great example. I'll use like these boats that I made, right? I had been planning on these boats for, I want to say, the better part of maybe a year. So Legion's Con last year, I made a really, 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 really big ship, an airship. It was massive. It was huge. And I realized, I didn't really think about how this would fit in people's living rooms. I kind of just made it, and it was fine. So I made 3, kept one for myself, gave some to some friends, and I realized if I want to kind of share what I'm making with everybody else, I got to think about. I have to kind of be a bit more empathetic. Think about what everybody's situation might be shelf space is not at a premium like it used to be. So, I want something that's manageable, but at the same time will absolutely augment that shelf presence, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm kind of just doodling, and my process is not refined in the sense that I sketch something and then I do calculations. I freestyle almost everything.
Okay.
I start with I digitally sculpt, so I start with a sphere, kind of just messing around, and I keep messing around until I get what my mind tells me is acceptable and what I feel is satisfactory and makes me feel good to see. So it's a very unorthodox way of creating in that sense, where the references are a bunch of nebulous images in my mind.
Yeah.
Kind of get refined over time until I can get the final product going.
Okay.
And you'll see it in a lot of stuff that I do. A lot of stuff is very organic and maybe not amorphous or blob like, but very reminiscent of what you might see in one of your dreams of something that you've seen before. So it's a process, but it's what my outlet allows me to kind of create. So
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff.
And we're going to jump over to the custom section in a little while. But I wanted to get back to some of the questions from the chat. DTour, what is your favorite Legions figure?
Oh, so the first one was the Black Knight. That one made my top 5 list. But
Yeah.
the second one is surprisingly now this. I don't know if you guys were able to pick it up, but this Otho .2.
Oh, okay.
This guy right here. Oh my gosh.
That's the new one too, right? Yeah.
That's the new one. It is disgusting. It is the nastiest Mythic Legion ever made. I mean, everybody loves wide soft goods, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
It has the Valiant Knight articulation. It can.
Oh, wow.
I mean, Otho is easily the most coveted Mythic Legions ever made, and now that they released the .2 or the 2.0 rather, it's a nice rendition of an original favorite. It's so versatile. Comes with a ton of accessories. This crazy broadsword that matches his tunic. I'm
Nice.
over here. I'm admiring it myself and not showing you guys, but it's such a great figure, such a great offering. Highly recommend you guys maybe just get 1 or 2 figures from the line if you don't have it. Actually, Abi, are you doing the giveaway on the show?
I am doing the giveaway.
All right, so I want to contribute something real quick.
Oh shit. Okay.
Here we go.
All right, so Silver Knight.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll start collecting Silver Knight right now.
Yes. So I guess when you get to that section, but I love Mythic Legions, and I would implore you guys to at least give it a try. Maybe it's not your flavor. Some of you guys we collect so eclectically and such a wide range, but I'm always willing to try new stuff. But if you want to kind of just dabble into that kind of genre, it's a good place to start, and it'll open up a door. So you got Savage Crucible that's doing incredible figures right now. They just showed up their Barbarian 2-pack in Wonderfest. You got all of the third-party stuff happening for World of Warcraft, either the Medi Toys Orcs. You got Boss Fight, Vitruvian Hacks that are doing a lot of great Conan stuff. The Frazetta groups, they're doing a bunch of great Conan stuff. So diving into that world is so much fun. It's so much great storytelling, and you're not bound by the regular comic book stuff. So it's a little something different, but it's fun and it looks great on your shelf. A lot of naked men just running around and fighting with swords. Everybody's favorite, right?
And mix in some of that Cesare, and you get the females too.
Oh my God! So the Cesare too. So they were doing Roman soldiers and barbarians primarily. So most of their fingers had chanclas, little sandal action. Everybody loves sandals, but now they revealed the new barbarian, and it was just like, oh my gosh, this is great. And that weird Killer Croc barbarian character that they're doing.
Yeah, the monster, it's like an Egyptian, almost like an Egyptian deity. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, and I almost forgot. Zexray also did the anthropomorphic bulls, those
Yeah.
massive bulls. Oh my
The
gosh!
twins. Was
Yes.
the black one and the brown one, right? Yeah, I have them both. Yeah, great figures.
I did Chris Con. I did the first Chris Con, and Zexray actually sent us some prototypes of those to show. And when I had them in hand, I'm like, they're like small babies. They're huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Highly recommend these lines, but you got some options, and you don't have to jump in, wholeheartedly, but you can cherry pick even the smaller stuff at the 1/18th scale. Boss Fight has some great little knights. They just had a sale. It was like buy 8 and get the whole thing half off. So I bought like 8.
Oh wow.
8 of
The skeletons.
the skeleton knights. Yep.
Yeah, and then I bought a bunch of I only bought the barbarian and the gladiator, so I bought 3 of each.
It's
And
nice,
I
man.
love them. They're the fact that they could double hold that sword.
Yeah.
It's beyond perfect. They're a little smaller on the smaller side, but I'm okay with
Yeah.
that.
Nice little
Yeah.
pocket figures. So it's a great realm to jump into.
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
All right, let me get back to. It was a question from Toy Page. With multiple companies offering multiple versions of characters, what is the it factor that makes your final decision?
It's got to be the artistic direction they take. For instance, like I'd mentioned with the Mezco turtles, this is not your 1987 cartoon turtles per se. These
Yeah.
are the darker, grittier, more badass turtles, and that's why it was so appealing to me. Like I mentioned with the Super 7 ones, those are what I grew up with as a kid, and that's why I gave it to my son. My son is 3. Like, hey, here, kid, have some Ninja Turtles, enjoy. But that's nice for daddy, okay? So really, so I'm open to every company kind of jumping in and getting licenses, because now you have a buffet that you can choose from depending on what your style is. Limiting yourself to just one version is a bit boring, a bit stifling. So now that we have choices, we can make some informed decisions here.
It gets more exciting for sure.
Because I remember it's like those 2012 turtles that NECA's doing. Like, I didn't really watch that show much. I might have saw it here and there, like if the kids had it on, but those look really nice.
Yeah, they're great. I don't think there's a bad turtle offering right now. Well, let me correct myself. The VHS NECA turtles, that with the VHS show video, the show that they had, and they made the toys out of it.
Yeah.
I almost went on a rampage. I was so disgusted with that set. It was not for me. Let's say that it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But everything else, I love seeing, like the Revoltech Nickelodeon turtles were great. The SHF Toon turtles were great that were die cast. I love those. I still have them. Really, really, really great properties being distributed, and I think everybody's doing a great job on the turtles. And that's me not exercising my turtle bias. So very happy to see it. But it factor, it's got to be what resonates best with you. So for me, I like the dark and gritty stuff. So that's usually what I'll lean in toward. Like the McFarlane style of art. That's always been something that's captivated me. So despite all the McFarlane hate in the community, I still love those Spawn figures.
I don't think the Spawn figures got that much hate. I think it was more with the DC line.
Yeah. And the DC line had some nice stuff. Like I liked the Etrigan, the demon.
Yep. Okay.
I love that figure. I love the Wonder Woman's. I don't think they released the bad one. Some of the Supermen were really great. I love Mullet Superman. I still have that one. Everybody loves Mullet Superman.
And I think a lot of the recent hate that McFarlane's getting is just the price, because that was what got a lot of people hooked, was decent figures at a good price. And now it's slowly creeping up to like $30 or $40 for certain figures, and
I think it's even before the price hike though. Like, people were complaining about like the diaper style that McFarlane had, and then like the longer like arms and legs and stuff.
But when you're only paying $20 or $25 for a 7-inch figure, that's you can kind of overlook that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still like
right.
some of the McFarlane stuff, to be honest with you. Even today, like, granted, if I really want a 6-inch figure of a figure, like, I start kid bashing, and I use a lot of them from like Mezco style, right? So I've been doing a lot of them 6-inch. I use McFarlane's for like my Mezco-fied figures. I take stuff out of McFarlane's, and it works out well. The sizing works.
Yeah, the heads are like I had the Azrael Batman, and that head works great on any of the Mezco Batman. If you want to do like armored upgrade, I was
Exactly.
shocked.
Okay.
I did not anticipate that it would work, but it worked.
Yep.
I thought it would have been a dwarfing situation. So very happy to see that. Yeah, I like McFarlane a lot. Like I would say 50% of my fodder for customs is McFarlane fodder. Like when they did the Witcher stuff. Really great bodies to use. I like reliable plastic, so I feel comfortable getting a McFarlane figure to do a custom. So it's really cool stuff.
Remind me to give you some of the Witcher toys I have sitting in my dollar bin. I'll just give them to you.
Going to your Witcher. Thank you, sir.
Just because like I didn't need them anymore, so they don't work in my display. So I was like, all right, well, I could get rid of these. So they've been just sitting in a box on the floor at this point.
They're gonna jump you, man. I'm telling you, man.
Sneaky has another question for you. I caught a little bit of what you were, little of you talking about Final Fantasy. What's your thoughts on the Bring Arts, Play Arts lines? I'm super disappointed at the FF7 Bring Arts line.
Sneaky. I'm right there with you, man. So in images, they look incredible.
Mm-hmm.
But they are so like I like heft in my figure. That's just my personal preference. And the Bring Art stuff is so delicate and dare I say out of scale. I think the only Bring Arts figure that isn't a disappointment is the Odin with Sleipnir. But everything else was just disappointing. I remember when it's like there's this Dragoon character called Estinian. He's like this.
Oh.
He's like this high-speed looking dragoon. He had very sharp weapons, and you look at it in hand, it's like this thing's gonna fall apart. Like as soon as you look at it, it's just like it's a shame. Works of art, don't get me wrong, and I think that's what their intention was. But for collectors like me who are a bit rough around the edges when it comes to handling toys, it's not something that I would, pay that amount of money for.
Yeah,
and we're talking, $80-$90 here.
Justinian was a badass in Final Fantasy 14.
Hell yeah.
That armor was just that Dragoon armor in 14 was amazing.
Yeah, as far as Final Fantasy 7, which was the biggest cultural impact when we talk about Final Fantasy. They could have did a better job at giving us Cloud and all of the other guys. It's a shame. But again, not for me, but I would imagine you're in a hardcore Final Fantasy fans will make the exception and go and get those figures because again, it's Final Fantasy 7 here.
Yeah.
I know the Final Fantasy fans showed up on those magic cards.
Yes.
Some of them things were going nuts in the secondary market.
Cards in general right now, like all of a sudden it's like everybody wants to duel. Like, all right, I got my old Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Let's play a game, but it's Pokemon, it's Magic. It's like, oh, okay. Good for you. It's good. I like it.
Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and pull this soon. You want to hold that figure up one more time, Steph?
Which one?
The Silver Knight. So, to the chat, Steph has so graciously volunteered to give away this Silver Knight tonight to one lucky winner with this hashtag. So we're going to pull this very soon. So make sure to hit that hashtag DT or DTour, and you will be a winner of a new Mythic Legions. All right, let's go ahead and pull it. What do you guys think? There's 22 entries, 23. Nope, 22. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it.
Goose is gonna win. I think Goose is
Goose.
gonna win.
Are we taking bets? Is that what we're doing? Oh, I should probably show that screen, huh? The wrong button.
It's a secret winner.
All right, guys. Good luck. And then we have another giveaway we're going to do later on tonight as well on this show. And then for members only, we'll do a giveaway there too. Sorry guys, I haven't gotten a drum roll yet. I should probably work on that. There you go. Thank you. Sneaky, congratulations.
All right,
Awesome.
Sneaky.
Congrats, Sneaky.
What's up, bro?
He
He snuck in there.
Yeah, Sneaky hooked me up with a so the Sneaky is. I'm very happy about Sneaky because I bought a Wonder Woman Hot Toys that was missing a leg. My bad for not reading the description properly, and Sneaky hooked me up with a Wonder Woman Hot Toys. So I'm very excited to get that in the mail. Congrats, Sneaky. Hit up DTour Customs and he'll send that over to you.
Yes,
Because what I'll be saying is he helped Sneaky get a win, is what it sounds like to me for hooking him up.
Are you accusing me of illusion?
Hashtag rigged for the next giveaway.
Congrats, Sneaky. I got you. Wink, wink. Nudge, nudge. But let's get back to, because we haven't even, it's already been an hour. We haven't even talked about your customizing. So we're going to get into that. Now, before I jump into your customizing, I wanted to ask you, do you think toy companies are paying attention to customizers?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. And my biggest litmus test for the reason why I agree with this is that I have never been happier with the stuff that's being offered than ever before. So when we talk about Mythic Legions, we talk about Mezco, you talk about Joy Toy, you talk about the third party stuff. Even Hasbro, they're dropping. I remember when they dropped Nightcrawler. I was so happy. That's my favorite X-Men, Nightcrawler. I was so happy because we had been begging to start to complete that Excalibur team, and they went ahead and they damn near completed the whole thing recently. Mm-hmm. So when they're listening, and social media has made it much easier for voices to be heard, and we have great influencers that are doing a lot of groundwork in terms of reaching out to those companies and kind of echoing our sentiments here, and even influencers and podcasters like you guys, when you have that platform and you're able to kind of generate an audience that you can get the feedback and talk about great stuff like this, and they're absolutely listening now. They weren't listening before. They're listening now. And great example, Hasbro. A lot of their PR team is immersed in the community, and it's absolutely something groundbreaking and innovative that's happening here. They're starting to listen, and who's listening even more? The Chinese third-party companies. They are, man.
They're not just listening; they're taking screenshots.
Like, you like that? Yeah. I'm gonna make it for you, Daddy. What do you want? They are making it. So I am very happy. So even when you think about why we customize it, it always comes from a place of, I don't want to say dissatisfaction, but a place of wonder. Like, I like this figure, but what if it had this? What if it could do this? What if I had this character? I don't have this character yet, and to make it myself. So a customizer is born out of a necessity, out of a need to augment the collection, and also to complete teams and complete visions of what it should look like on the shelf. Toy companies are absolutely filling shelves right now.
Well, like, just to keep it on like first parties like Hasbro, you kind of notice it with like so this Ninja Force 2-pack is kind of an example, because you have all these different heads, different looks. So what do? They make you want to buy more than one so you can have different versions. So this might be slice and dice right here, but you put this head and this head on the figures, then you could have completely new characters.
Then you got licensed.
Same thing with that She-Hulk we saw. You can use that other head and put it on a different She-Hulk, just like they're doing it first party at a little bit to make it easier for just like somebody that doesn't do customizations on an artistic level just to pop and swap stuff around.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I think where we were 10 years ago, where we are now, crazy improvement. Crazy improvement.
Yeah.
I think the competition has created a lot of opportunity for them to bring in some more innovation, bring in some more talent, kind of, I guess, immerse themselves into our world and kind of reconnect on the ground level. Because, even they were kids at some point too. So we're kind of reminding them that, hey, it's okay to like this stuff that you're making. Combo packs of the future.
Right.
Age said it the best.
That's honestly a really good idea, just because, like Valaverse, right? They're releasing the heads packs and stuff like that, and the hands packs. I mean, just think about it, right? Like you get a basic line, like a military outfit. You do a heads pack, arms pack, and then like a shoe pack or a hands pack. That alone, you could customize or kit bash different figures over and over again, constantly. And it's like, and every figure could be the same figure you buy, but with the accessory kits, they're all different in a different manner, which is beautiful.
Yeah, and I think they're secretly appealing to the creativity instead of just that linear kind of perception of what collecting should be. They want us to be like, I can do this, 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 and this. And like Tyler said, let's go buy more, So it's absolutely working, and we are in trouble. We are broke.
It's a great marketing ploy.
Yeah,
fantastic.
I mean, especially after Wonderfest, like all the announcements, all the damn fucking toys are coming out now. It's just insane.
I spent like an hour on bombasby.net last night.
It's gonna get wild, dude. It's about to get wild.
I was on.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I've been on Weibo more than I know. Well, no, I'm always on Weibo, just looking on the message board, just seeing what's over in China right now. But it was stacked this week.
It's like all of our DMs and messengers, like full of Chinese friends. Hey, translator. What's up? Can you grab me this, and this?
Right. I think D was over there too. So I mean, he was taking pictures and putting notes on Instagram.
Yes. D was sending stuff.
I wonder if he was trying to blow him up. Like, no, my package is full.
Yeah. he's gonna be carrying this stuff around. It's gonna be so bad.
Now let's start with the customs section. So how did you get started with customizing figures?
So yeah, like I'd mentioned, it comes from a space where you have the toys, and it's like, how can I make this better? How can I become happier with what I have? And it's the solution at the time was not always buy more, because what you have in your mind as far as what you want to create doesn't exist yet, and that's how customizers are born. So you start creating bits, adding bits. I first started with just regular clay, 2-part epoxy, just kind of sculpting.
Oh wow!
And the problem with that is, you make something and it's a one-off, right?
Yeah.
One piece. So then I started doing molding and casting for my army building needs. But even that had its limitations. It was very expensive. So that's how I got into 3D sculpting, 3D design, and 3D printing. And it has allowed me to reproduce the original idea down to every last detail and share it with my friends. And that's a magic I can't really equate to anything else. Being able to share with you guys what I make, and you guys can see what I'm seeing in real time and appreciate it like I do. And it just fills me up every time. Like I make something and somebody's just like fascinated with it. I'm like, yeah, me too. I'm fascinated about it. It was driving me crazy because it was stuck in my mind for so long, and I was finally able to make something intangible tangible. So turning these crazy ideas into something that you can actually feel, touch, and hold. So that's huge for me. That's my biggest motivation whenever I create something. So that's what the journey's been for the past few years. And it's taken me to a space where I feel comfortable making certain things. That weird awkwardness you might feel, with your art. It's like, I don't want anybody to see it. I don't think it's ready yet. I'm working on it. There's tons of stuff I haven't shown yet, but maybe I'll show them soon. But for the things I have shown, it's like, I'm like, all right, I love this. I want to share it with you. Let me know what you think. And so that's kind of where I'm at.
And it's funny because you actually answered one of my other questions. I was going to ask you, do you primarily work with 3D printing, or I'm assuming XPS is the foam, right? So do you do any foam work as well?
Yeah, I do foam work. Like
You
if
do?
I'm doing like terrain or something like really, really big,
Mhm.
I'll do multiple styles combined into one. So I won't do one thing exclusively. So I have some 3D printed parts. I have some parts that I sculpt by hand. Some parts that I do, cut with XPS foam. You name it. I like wood, metal, plastic.
Except metal.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
Absolutely. Metal's awesome, man. Like when you want to make some like some Roman plate armor, or you want to make like a base hinge, or metal's awesome. I love metal. It's just expensive and it's hard to work with.
Yeah.
Plastic is easier.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like whatever technique I can employ. You remember that movie Bloodsport?
Of course, yeah.
And Jean-Claude Van Damme was like, Shidoshi, you said whatever technique, whatever it takes to win, you'll win. It's kind of, you just kind of, use that methodology and execute.
Wait, say that one more time.
Shidoshi, by any means, any technique to win.
Yeah, I hear it a little bit. I do hear that.
I'm about to go watch Bloodsport right after the stream. Show me Denmark. No, bottom one.
Now, what was your first figure you ever customized, and do you still have it?
Ooh, you want to see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pull it out.
Whoa, Bobby, calm down.
It's not necessarily and it just so happens that I had this here. I was cleaning up, or trying to clean up.
I mean, you could tell everyone that you and I went through all the questions beforehand. I'm kidding. We did not.
It was part of his rider.
No, like I was literally like cleaning up, and I had just like stumbled upon this. So this is something that I hand sculpted back in 2014 when I came back from deployment. So it was just like a pretty like basic knight figure.
Oh, wow.
I had intended to mold it and cast it in resin, but it's made out of air dry clad to seal it, so because it was cracking and it was doing a lot of weird stuff. But even back then, I wanted to make like these miniatures, these to paint up, to kind of just have, and it was because of this I realized, damn son, I need a better technique because this is hard as hell and it's about to fall apart on me. I gotta find something better. So I tried, looked at the figures, I jumped into some fodder, was able to do it, and even then it was just like, man, this is I have zero reproducibility here. So but I kept this, and I keep it in like this display. Every once in a while I look at it and be like, damn son, you've come a long way. You've come a long way, man.
I mean, that is awesome. I agree, man. That's so you. What were you saying, Lou?
I was just gonna say that's the fun of progressing in your art and seeing how it's gotten better over time. And you look back at the old stuff and you're like, looks so primitive compared to where we're at now. But there's still that love for that original because that's where it started.
I feel like back then I was like caveman. He's like, ooh, give sword, give shield, look good.
I like House Hendo's idea that you should pursue that design and turn it into an articulated figure now.
I'm actually thinking about it now. Even for that size too, I think that'd be a pretty cool thing, just to kind of give me a boost. I picked up. You guys are familiar with Zika toys?
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing that Misery Machine van.
Yeah. Like some years ago, Zika did sectors, but in 3 3/4, and they were kind of liquidating, so they were selling them for like $5 a pop. And I bought like 40 of them. I bought like 40 of them, man. I can't let this sale go by. And I was like, I can use these as a custom base and make like a whole bunch of small, figurines, and I think that'd be pretty awesome. So again, that project was something that I thought of maybe 2 years ago, and I'm still sitting on it. It's almost ready. It's almost ready here. But, yeah, eventually I'll get there. But
It's coming.
We'll see.
Nice.
eventually.
See, I actually don't feel that bad anymore about having toys in boxes because I'm sure you have a shit ton of toys in boxes.
I'm over here criticizing you. They're gonna jump you. They're gonna jump me first. Like,
No. Abby, he uses them to customize stuff. Yours are collecting dust.
I sell. I
I bet
sell.
if Abby's
Okay.
anything
He
like
does
me, he'll
sell.
like have
Yeah,
every
this is true.
intention to sell
You
something,
do.
and then when it comes time to sell, it's like, well, why shouldn't I keep it? You know,
Actually, no. I have a very easy time letting go of figures, dude. I have a
Really?
very just because I'll look because most of the time I have more than one, so that's the main reason why. But even like recently, I was like, my I have a separate account for my toys, for like the bank account for buying action figures, especially for the conventions and stuff.
Mhm.
So I was like, oh, the funds are a little low. Let me make some money. And I was like, I was like, you know what? I looked at my shelves. I was like, oh, dude, the wrestling toys can go at this point. So I did a quick post on Facebook on 2 different groups, and I made some money to kind of put some, put some funds back into that toy account for New York Comic Con. So I was like, all right, great. I'm in a good place now. I'm happy with what I have sitting out there. So but again, it was just that weekend. Just sold like 7 toys, and I was good to go.
Well, in your
It's-
defense, you used to retail, right? So some of that was stock
Yeah.
left over.
Yeah, I did used to retail as well. So I with 2 other partners, I had a toy shop, online toy shop, and yeah, the long story short, we shut it down. But then there was the cash that was left over in the business account. We just give it to one of the owners or one of the partners, and then the inventory we split up 40 40 20. So it worked out well in the end because literally I went home that weekend. I went home that same day and I did 3 posts on Facebook, and I made like $4,000 that weekend. I was like gone. Most of that inventory left immediately, except for like the Mattel Skeletors and some of the wrestling stuff didn't move.
wonder why.
But I had like 16. I came home with 16 Mezco Wolverines.
What?
Yeah, and literally that weekend I probably sold about like 13 of them.
It's like the multiverse of Wolverines is gone in one day.
Yeah, pretty much. It was all the same one though. It was like that deluxe one that came with like the Sentinel.
That's the best one. That's the
I never see. I'm not into X-Men that much. I used to be as a kid, but not as an adult. And then Mezco's, I've been learning to kind of massage myself into what I'm collecting Mezco wise. I used to do most of it, but now it's like I don't want to do Marvel. I don't want to do like I was doing big in the Rumble Society and letting go of that now too, and I'm just focused on DC.
yeah.
So how hard is that Red Hood going to be to get? Because I didn't pre-order it or anything, but I was kind of tempted by it. But I don't own Mezco, but it just looked kind of cool at the same time.
It's a real good offer.
Yeah, it's a great offer.
Yeah.
It's expensive. I'm not gonna lie about that. It did hurt when I looked at the price, but I still bought it. I mean, it's
That
Red
jacket
Hood.
is to perfection. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
And most of the Mezco fan base is there because of Batman. So
Okay.
You absolutely want to complete the Bat family.
yeah.
Of course, you got to have at least one of those Batman. There's like 17 of them, but the
Probably more.
Nightwing, Damian, the classic Burt Ward Robin, and now you have Red Hood. Your Bat family is almost complete. All you need is the
Batgirl.
Batwoman, Batgirl, and hopefully do Alfred Pennyworth. That'd be pretty awesome.
What about what's the one that was his son? Did they do
Damien.
him that?
Damien.
Mhm.
No,
Yeah.
not Damien. What's his name? Morgan Freeman's character. God, I can't remember his name.
Lucius Fox.
Lucius.
That's-
Didn't he have a son? Batwing.
Yep.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Have they done a Batwing yet?
No, not yet.
Not
yet.
Batwing. They did Batman Beyond.
Okay.
Batman Beyond. That was another
Yeah.
good one.
They haven't done Wing yet. Yeah. I mean, like most of the DC stuff, though, I have most of it already, and then I've been working on like kit bashes. So like I'm working on an Ocean Master right now,
Ooh.
and this is the McFarlane head, and then I forgot the name of the dude, but I'm using one of those bodies to do it with, and I bought that purple cape to kind of give it the little, difference in color, and then I just need to figure out how to bring this down more and just add some more to it. Like I cut pieces out of the McFarlane, so I'm gonna add this around his waist
Oh, nice.
as well. So
You know
just
what
kind of
worked
give him
good?
that.
I think Flashpoint Customs years ago he took the Snyderverse Aquaman body,
Okay.
repainted it in Ocean Master colors, and just gave him all the accessories that came with it, and popped on the McFarlane head.
Oh, shit. I mean, that's that. I have 2 of those Aquamans myself, but I don't paint. That's really
No.
I don't paint. I
Yep.
kid bash like they do tomorrow, but I refuse to paint. I have
Mhm.
all the paint stuff, but I just refuse. I'm not. I probably haven't. Like again, it's practice, right? More time consuming, so I'll just kid bash. I'm good with kid bashing. I'll be
Yeah,
happy.
Kid Bash is fun. Like on a Friday night, get some good to eat, some good to drink, and
Exactly.
you just,
And the
just
kids,
rock.
the wife, like this weekend, like tonight, my wife and both kids are gone. She was like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to my sister's house." She's like, "Enjoy the show, like have fun, and we'll be back in the morning." I was like, "All right." It's like
This
that.
is
That's
great.
this is awesome. Like I can watch
This is
TV
what the
loud
hobby.
as I want. It's gonna be great.
Shirt comes off. It is no holds barred.
Party at hobbies.
Yeah.
House Head. I don't think Mezco's done a Flashpoint Thomas Wayne yet.
Nah,
But
they
like
have
I've seen a lot of customs from it though. I've seen
third
people
party too.
custom
Third
it.
party made one.
Yeah, third party did. Yeah.
Okay.
They did the Grim Knight Batman too, with all the guns, and that was pretty good.
All right. So let me ask another question on the custom. So what inspired you to start printing, and or sculpting custom parts?
Oh yeah. So again, it's the reproducibility, being able to kind of make more than one without much variation. Most customizers will tell you they make a piece and it's one of a kind.
Mhm.
Yes, you can do it again, but is it going to be the same exact? Maybe, depending on how precise you are. But me personally, that becomes more of a chore to reinvest that massive creative energy over and over again into the same exact thing. Where I have a set design in mind, a set, you know, array of accessories, of heads, and I can just reproduce it without losing the love for doing it. So definitely the 3D printing has come a long way, and
Mhm.
it's also less expensive when you think about it. If you make a mistake while sculpting, like with the stuff I was using, the 2-part epoxy, you have 2 hours to work with it after you mix part A and part B. 2
Yeah.
hours.
Yep.
Even if you drench it with water, it still will harden up.
2 hours,
Oh
hard
shit.
as
Okay.
rock. So mistakes
Mm.
become costly. You're constantly buying, and it's messy. When I'm digitally sculpting, it's like, oh no, I made a mistake. Control Z.
Yep. That's
Good to
true.
go, baby. and you can, even if you make a mistake, you can save that version, maybe use it for something else, a template or something, and go work on something else, and all from the comfort of your living room or your office or even in bed
Mhm.
sometimes, and you don't have to be stuck in an environment where you're bound because of the mess and
Yeah.
craziness like back here. So,
Now, walk us through your process from concept to finish on a custom.
so I'd be at work or with my son or with the family or watching anime or watching a show and like, damn, that'd be pretty cool if I made this. It'd be like just a random thought that just invades my mind. Or if I have like a base figure and I'm like just kind of staring at it, I'm just just like, you look like this, but I want you to look like that. And that's where it starts. So you start probing it, touching it, feeling the textures, and kind of imagining what it could become, and it kind of manifests that way as an idea. And I would give it like a random title, like Overweight Knight or something like that, from the darkest depths of the kingdom. And I would kind of like how AI works. You give it like a prompt. It's like a prompt in my mind,
Mhm.
and it kind of determines how I design it, how I detail it, and how I create it. For instance, something that I had at ToyCon this past weekend, this massive, chunky golem knight. So again, the proportions are just as wonky as they can be. Massive pauldrons, massive arms, but these short, stumpy legs and this very ominous helmet. But something like this, I was thinking of. Well, I like golems and I like knights, so why not a golem knight? So I just kind of just came up with this, and this is actually articulated. I decided to give it a little extra juice. This comes off. I want to put maybe a little LED in here, make it glow from the visor. But something like this, it's conceptually random, and I just kind of went with the sculpt at will. Even when I'm designing details, I'll do it's like a random design. If I don't like it, start over until I'm satisfied with whatever doodle that I make. And if I'm satisfied with it at the end, great, we run with it. But that's usually how the creative process works.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Now you talked about what software do you use to do your 3D rendering?
I use ZBrush.
ZBrush
from Maxon. Yeah, ZBrush is good because it allows me to tap into that organic style that I'm so accustomed to. It's very compatible with how I work. So I definitely a lot of great other free software, because ZBrush costs money. But a lot of great free software that you can use, or inexpensive software like Nomad is great. It's supported on tablets. It's supported on computers as well. Tinkercad, if you're more into some of the structural creations, that's free. You can use that. Mesh Mixer, that's really, really good. Fusion 360. So I always encourage people to try something new. Even if the learning curve is pretty steep, always challenge yourself into learning something new, because you'll surprise yourself every single time. I don't have any formal training in sculpting or designing or anything like that. I just picked it up. YouTube, if I have a question. A lot of great professionals offer courses, but you go on YouTube, a lot of those same professionals will offer some free advice. They'll walk you through processes and keys and how to manage and navigate the software, so you can ultimately make the things that you want to make yourself.
That's awesome. Yeah. Travis P is asking, what 3D printer do you have, Steph?
Oh, so for resin, I use a Saturn 4 Ultra. That is one of the latest ones they have. No leveling required for resin. So for those of you guys in the chat that aren't too sure how 3D printing is kind of what comprises it. So you have resin printing, which is liquid plastic is then cured using a ultraviolet light, and it's pretty much printed upside down. But you have also FDM PLA printing, which is melted plastic through an extruder, and through a build plate and coordinates, it's able to map out where it needs to print, and your print is printed upward. But I use both. For the massive things that don't require a lot of detail, I'll use the FDM printer. But if you want something more detailed, like miniatures or accessories for your 1/12, even 1/6 components, you definitely want to go down resin to capture all of those intricate little details in your custom.
Resin is a toxic one too, right? You have to be careful with the resin one, because the vape, the fumes and that comes out of it, you have to be very careful with.
Yeah, there's a lot of, you absolutely want to make sure anything you do customizing, proper protective equipment. You always want to have your gloves, your masks, your goggles, your bodysuits if required. You always want to protect yourself, your skin. There's a lot of this stuff is very toxic. You don't want to get any of that stuff on your skin, but also the post-processing uses a lot of, you need isopropyl alcohol or an equivalent cleaner. And fumes. Definitely want to protect yourself from that. So my machines aren't running right now, and I block everything off so I can breathe freely while I'm talking to you fine gentlemen. But when I'm hard at it, I'm cooking, I got the hazmat suit on, I got the whole get up. I look like an AIM soldier straight out of
I was gonna say Walter White, but yeah.
I was gonna say Walter White too.
Cooking it up, baby. Cooking it up.
Look at the blue.
Yeah, safety first for whatever you do.
Yeah.
Yes, Mudge, I agree with you. It's very smelly.
Styles is asking, Steph, what would you say is the hardest part about 3D sculpting when getting started? And what is some advice in overcoming that in your experience?
It's the software. The software always has its own culture, its own language. So before you even start 3D print, 3D, designing and sculpting, you got to know what keys to use, the prompts, the buttons. For instance, in ZBrush, when I first started, I'm like, what the hell is a subtool? Subtool is just a model. So you got to understand topography and how the software is able to mimic physical sculpting. So, for instance, in the software, it's a bunch of little triangles and shapes on a surface that comprise a model. And that's what's referred to as topology. And you manipulate that topology in order to make shapes. But in order to make something more detailed, you need more shapes. So that's when you increase resolution. That's when you add more. But with that, it becomes a bigger model, bigger file size. And you have to have the right machine to manage that. But if you wanted to start out, my biggest recommendation is to start off with a free software called Mesh Mixer. Mesh Mixer is free, and it has all of the basic knowledge you might want to jump into. Very easy keys. It'll be very easy to do something what's referred to as a Boolean operations, where it's you can cut shapes, use other shapes to cut other shapes. Like if I had like a sphere and I wanted to cut it in half, but I want it to be perfect, I can bisect it with a cube or something else. But it's very intuitive and a great place to start. Tinkercad, same thing. Very easy learning curve for those. And once you understand the basic concepts from those platforms, you can kind of graduate to your Blender, which is another free software, which is really, really powerful. And then if you want to jump into something even more complex, you can jump into ZBrush for a nominal fee on an annual basis, which is regrettable. But all the same, definitely worth it. Investing in your hobby is a measure of how you want to kind of develop it. But I always recommend, jump in, learn something new. You'll surprise yourself and you'll have fun doing it. When you have that eureka moment,
Yeah,
priceless. Doesn't matter. Priceless.
definitely. Now, what are some common mistakes beginners make when customizing figures?
Wanting to customize to sell primarily. That's always going to get you jacked up. If your mission is to do it to sell, yes, some people have great success doing it, but that's not the primary driver for why they started in the first place. Do it for you first, and if you have a growing interest in what you're making to sell, absolutely go for it. But when we talk about the quality of the stuff you want to put out, you absolutely have to, invest in your own time and your own customs, and do your due diligence in your prep work, and also make what you like. Don't feel the pressure of having to, start a business. All right, because you're not going to get rich. I promise you, you're not going to get rich. Maybe, but very unlikely. But always keep the integrity in the things that you do, even when it comes to your hobbies. Otherwise, it starts to feel false. It feels diminishing, and it again, you're here to make yourself happy, right? So that's what it's for.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The only thing we need the money for is to buy more figures. That's all we need it for.
That's a very good point.
Constantly.
Now, how do you handle articulation and paint durability?
Ooh, so articulation, again, the prep work, you got to bust everything apart. If you want to mitigate that and reduce that, when you kind of come up with your ideas, try to find a base figure that's very, very close to what you actually want as the final product. Like if I'm making, let's say, Batman, black suit Batman, I want to use a base maybe with black joints already, so I don't have to burden myself with sanding too many joints. Because if I have a white figure, guess what? It's coming all apart. I got to sand everything so the paint can take it. But even before that, once you get all your components, wash them with soap and water. Because when these things come off the the factory line overseas or wherever they're manufactured, it's more often with a mold release to separate it from the molds. So a lot of that plastic has a thin film. Even if it's dried, there's a thin film there that will more or less inhibit your paint from adhering properly. So wash it with soap and water. So you have a nice clean surface, a nice clean canvas, and then you can choose to prime depending on what your project is. Prime your parts, and then have at the painting. And use acrylic paint because the other stuff will eat up all that nice plastic that you spent all your money on.
Do you recommend going to like a hobby shop and getting the? I have these brands all in like a fishing tackle box upstairs.
Yeah, like
all the
Lejos and the Citadel.
Yeah, Vallejo's, Citadel.
Yeah, I mean, you can absolutely use those, but
what about like Walmart?
you can absolutely use like the cheap stuff. The quality might not be the best, but guess what? You're thinning. You should always thin your paints also, and you can still get a good degree of quality depending on what your technique is. You don't want to just glob all the stuff on there. You want to have a nice paintbrush that goes on smooth, doesn't leave any stroke marks, and you can absolutely use the cheaper stuff, especially if you're just dry brushing, which is another technique that really helps a lot of folks who want to do something like a quick go around. Like for the boats, it's I print these in black, and I do 3 rounds of dry brushing. So I'll dry brush brown, I'll dry brush light brown, and I'll dry brush a tan, and then I'll dry brush, like for this one in particular, a mix of gold and brown. So it gives me like this off bronze color. So I can achieve that dark, worn out look without globbing on paint. So a lot of different techniques you can use.
Why does your boat look different than mine?
Oh well, my lighting sucks. So you got that high speed StreamYard light, and your room is white. I'm in a dungeon over here. There's probably like a goblin waiting to jump me as soon as I get off the street. But yeah, it's and that's another thing. Lighting really makes a big difference as to how your customs look if you're into toy photography and that type of thing. So another thing to consider when you do your customs. But yeah, it's a great journey, and again, there's more than one way to skin a cat. So you do what you feel is comfortable. But also, when we talk about lessons learned, if you wanted to come out nice, definitely they heed to a lot of those tips and tricks. It'll make life a whole lot easier, because all customizers will agree that the frustrating moments come when something doesn't quite turn out the way, or you mess something up and you start from scratch, or you abandon the project altogether because you're just pissed off, and it kind of defeats the purpose.
Got you. Now, where do you get inspiration from? Is it comics, movies, original ideas?
Mostly original ideas, but I think a lot of what's embedded in my mind comes from cartoons, anime, and reading, and pretty much everything in between. Finger paint. Interestingly enough, there are some things that I'll put on some gloves and I'll finger paint it. Like Avi, the oars for your boat, those are painted by finger.
Oh, so these right here?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
That's very cool. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I just it's kind of just massaged the paint into, because those are made out of craft stick wood. So knowing wood is very absorbent, so I thinned out some brown paint, and I just kind of just massaged each oar. Okay. And then after the light massage, I just stroked a little bit. The bed is getting dark. It's getting dark. Stroked a little bit, and then
You're talking about the happy times now. So.
Yeah. The kids have gone to bed.
Yes, or they're not home. It's even better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but whatever technique you find gets you to where you need to, absolutely take it. The journey is very diverse and it's branching. So, like I said, more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah. So I'm gonna share my screen because I'm skipping around from my quiz. I had a shit ton of questions and we're like way over time right now. So I'm gonna just share my screen, and I want to show off your website with with some of the stuff you can see from your site. So let me share. Can you guys see that? Oh, perfect. So this is your products page, and a lot of it is sold out right now, except for the boat. But this is a lot of the stuff you've made.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna see if I could zoom in. Let me try that. Oh, it's working. There you go. You can see that much better now, right?
Yep.
So a lot of this is more what Mythic Legions oriented.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it looks like a helmet. And now, did you design a lot of these things yourselves or yourself? Everything is designed. Oh, nice. Okay. Dude, that's a nice looking throne.
Oh yeah, I looked at that throne a few times and wanted to cry because it's sold out.
No worries. I can start. Actually, two more thrones are coming this week, so keep an eye out for that.
Will do.
I actually tried to zoom in even more, but apparently I shared the wrong screen, so you could only see this tab. But we'll just kind of go through this way, and that's a nice looking sword too, right here.
Ah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a lot of the work that you have done.
Oh, there's
so
that
far.
dragoon helm.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the dragoon.
Oh no,
helm
it's
right
Dark Knight. No, it's a Dark Knight. Never mind.
And then you have a lot of weapons, and then you do the translucent weapons too. It looks like.
Yeah, I love translucent stuff just to add a bit of a flair to those shells.
What is it with 80s and 90s kids where translucent action figures was just so freaking great?
Insane.
But sometimes the plastic quality wasn't the best. It was usually the
Yeah.
fragile stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it was just that translucent was just so freaking cool.
See, a
You
lot
hold
of
it up
this.
to the light and just like, wow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would say because I know Savage Crucible makes some of the translucent weapons as well.
They make the best translucent
Yeah.
weapons. I love Savage Crucible weapons. Oh my god, so good.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun. I mean, dude, this is like a mix. You could do Mythic Legions, you could do Cesra, you could do Savage. I mean, even the boss fight stuff, you could mix a lot of the stuff that you're making into that type of fantasy line.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
See, I need more bows. That's a really dope bow.
Thanks, man. Yeah, you'll see a lot of the new additions in Legions Con. Pretty much like a rehash of every category of weapon I've ever made. The thing is, it's like I'll make something, and it's so hard to keep in stock. I almost never get a chance to upload it onto the website.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Z likes translucent weapons. I got to get him some.
You said the Kanan?
Yeah.
He's we call him he's the translucent one. Since
The
he's
guppy?
since he's so translucent.
Yeah.
Skin tone wise, that's why we call him the translucent one.
Yeah, we had a great time at the
Toy Tuber. Yeah,
it was a great time.
dude, I was messing with Zacanan the whole time. It was great. I loved it. Now, so just out of my own personal curiosity, because I've been working on a lot of like DC stuff and trying to make a lot of the DC characters and stuff with in 6-inch scale, and I do utilize like a lot of different things. I've been looking for some basic bows that look nice. Like I have this one, which you can't even see me. I have this one, which it's just not a good looking bow. It's just like one of those cheaper bows. Yeah. Now this bow that you have, does it have string on it or is it a printed piece? It's actual string.
I actually string all of my bows and they actually fire. You can actually shoot them.
See, I need arrows. I need like more modern day bows, but like I just need like basic. So can I commission that from you?
Yes, absolutely.
We'll
for you, anything.
We'll talk. Definitely. Because I'm starting to realize I don't like any of the bows I have at home, minus like the ones that I'm getting from some of these other toy lines, and that actually have proper strings to them.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's either you get that thick bowstring that looks like string cheese, or you get something that is pretty decent, but everything else about it is a bit lackluster. So it's hard.
Yeah. So you have some magic pieces as well.
Yes.
Now, what about like dioramas and stuff? Have you started or have you done like you've made a boat obviously, but have you done like a like something like this in the background?
So like I'll do like terrain, and I think the only diorama that I have on the website is a coliseum, a gladiator coliseum that I did, but again that one sold out even before I was able to upload it. But I'll do like I'll do
nice.
like pillars, and I'll do pillars and terrain and all sorts of other stuff.
Okay. Pillars, trains, and then the Coliseum. Okay.
Yeah.
Crossing dioramas. Just gonna go back to the catalog. I mean, but a lot of this is like fantasy world.
Yeah.
Now, have you done anything that's based off of like GI Joes or, like Battleverse? Something more modern day.
Nothing Joe specific, but I'm starting to do more like modern vehicles, or even like the futuristic stuff too. So I've found that it's a lot of fun to create those. So you should be seeing some of that stuff real soon. Tank style weapons and you name it.
I tell you what, I don't know if there's anybody that does it, but the little mini play sets that they made for GI Joe back in the day, like the bivouac, the mortar, was it the mortar? No, the mountainside. Oh shit! Howitzer.
There was the law.
The watchtower.
Mm-hmm.
The Cobra battle bunker, stuff like that. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody make those products, but I would have a feeling a lot of people would want those. Yeah, the ammo dump's another one.
Yeah, I know Gridiron Studios does a lot of Joe stuff.
Do they?
Okay. They do a real good job too.
Hustle SM is asking, sculpted dioramas or cardboard cutouts?
Sculpted and hand cut. The cardboard cutout stuff is good, but you get one bad rainstorm and there goes your diorama.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of buddies, unfortunately, like basements will get flooded, and it's like, what survives a disaster like that, right? I want to make things that can take a hit, Dune weapons. Isan al Gaib. I haven't dived into Dune, but who knows, man? Thanks for the idea. I might do a deep dive in there.
There you go. Maybe it might be too late for Legion's Con, but in the future.
Oh yeah. Sure. Ammo dump.
Yeah. But this is your website. This is DTourCustoms.com. And then I'm assuming they could reach out to you on Instagram as well.
Oh yeah, Instagram, DTour_Customs. Shoot me an email, shoot me a message. Send me a nice joke. Nice dirty joke. I like dirty jokes.
Lou's like, yep, I got you.
There goes your inbox.
Memes, send me memes.
Be prepared. No.
Any tips for cleaning and prepping 3D printed parts before painting?
Yes. Even if you get all your 3D parts from like a trusted printer, always wash them. If they're sticky, which they shouldn't be, that's a clear indication that it wasn't cured properly. Throw it out in the sun. You absolutely want to make sure you don't expose yourself to any toxins. But if they're nice, matte, dry, smooth, still wash them with some soap and water, just in case. Dry them off properly so that the water doesn't get trapped. That's going to inhibit some of your paint, and even if excess soap will inhibit some of your paint from adhering. But prep. That's all I can say. Clean, prep. And then once everything is nice and dry, have at it.
Yep. Now, do you take commissions? What is the process? What is your process for working with clients?
I do not like commissions.
Okay.
I don't want anybody telling me what to do. You're not my dad. No, seriously. I don't take commissions often. Most times because I'm trying to like clear out my own queue.
Yeah.
And one thing I learned is to prioritize my own needs and wants and projects over others. Nothing against anybody else, but I try to do myself a service and kind of keep my mental health in a good place and just do my own projects. But it doesn't mean I won't take commissions. I'll take them occasionally.
Yeah.
Especially if it's something like I'd be interested in and having for myself, I will absolutely take. But if it's like, hey, I need you to make me a replica of the Taj Mahal, like, man, if you don't get your Taj Mahal one and having that, get out of here. No, I wouldn't say that, but
I would
it's
love
not-
a replica of the Taj
Yeah,
Mahal, by the way.
I was going to say you're hitting hobby on the feels.
I can recommend someone.
I would go to HVX Customs. He's my Dio guy.
Yo, Jimmy is the man. I love Jimmy. Shout out to you, bro. I can't wait to see you, man. I love Jimmy.
Yeah.
I was with Jimmy over at IshCon earlier this year. Such a great time. Such a great time.
No, Jimmy's awesome,
And
man.
he
Go ahead.
incredible
Go ahead. He does amazing work. Yeah, amazing. He made my FFC facility that I do for the figure showcases now, and we even he came over, showed me everything, how everything works. He built it, and then he made it so like modular.
Mhm.
It was amazing. And then we talked about a version B that we're gonna add to the whole diode to it. So it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it.
He does a lot of the castle work that I love to see.
Yeah.
I just love his work. So good. Shout out to you, man. Can't wait to see it.
Yeah, those I missed out. HVX posted a bunch on Instagram up for sale, and he had these pillars that I saw them too late, and I was like, I was like, oh my god! I was about to comment, and it says sold. I'm like, oh,
Gone. That's how it is, man.
they're gorgeous. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
man, you gotta get quicker. Got to be quicker than that. So live and learn.
Yep.
Yep.
No, he'll definitely be at IshCon next year as well.
Yep.
Sneaky Figures is asking, DTour, any plans on scenery dioramas?
Yes, so it's been a long time since I made something, but recently I started doing some terrain again. And if you look at my my Instagram page, I have a shot up with that Medi Toys Ulf Frost, that frosty orc, the white orc, and I made this this ice cavern with this this icy cracking floor. It was really fun to make, and where I probably won't make anything hyper precise, but I love doing terrain, so keep an eye out for that. Some grassy terrain, some rocky terrain, some molten terrain.
He'll definitely check it out. And then House Hendo asks, what about made to order for sold out items you've already designed?
Oh yeah, that I will absolutely do. Because chances are I have like either in stock, just not on the site, or it's very easy for me to kind of flip it because I got the blueprint right here. So it's very easy to make. Like anything on the site, if you ever want it, just let me know. I'll cook it up for you. Or if I say, I won't give you that one, but I'll give you something better. That's the type of approach. Because a lot of those designs are years old, and I'm a different person than I was back then. I've grown a little bit. So
more talent.
It happens to us.
Yeah, just the lessons learned implementing those things. So definitely want to give you guys the best version of Steph that you can possibly get.
Yeah. Now, have you ever collaborated with other customizers or figure artists?
Oh yeah, and many to a lot of great success. Others not so much, but that's what you kind of have to give and take. When you share the same vision, but sometimes you may come across somebody you're not compatible with, but other times you find somebody who is on your wavelength, and you're high-fiving each other, and you come out with a great product. So it could be a really good experience in collaboration. But me working alone for so long, I'm very selective with who I collab with.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm the type of person, I'm on my own schedule. I'm like a tortoise. I'm kind of just moseying along. I'm not gonna rush for anybody. My time is my own. So And a lot of folks don't work like that. People work on schedules, and rightfully so. They should. Deadlines, that type of thing. But I try not to put a time limit on the things that I do, because you never know when a good idea might manifest at the last hour. So
Yeah.
I pace myself like that. So I might not be the ideal person to collab with, but for the folks that do collab with me and do enjoy it, it's a really, really good time.
Okay. What's the most challenging custom you've done?
Ooh. I want to say it was actually the boat. I can't even call it a boat. It was a ship that I did last year. So if you go to my Instagram, you see a video of it. It's this massive airship. So I designed this massive ship. It was reminiscent of a Final Fantasy style airship, right? It had these like, sharp edges, and I was, for the life of me, trying to figure out how I was gonna get the blimp part. And I'm just like, I don't know how to do this. I can't make it round. It's not the right shape. So I go on Amazon and I find this huge inflatable football. I'm like, and I blow it up, paint it up. It took days to cure, and I threw a mesh over it, got the boat ready. I'm like, this thing was hard, because even just getting the boat ready, it was 2 feet in length. I mean, this thing is massive. Look, it doesn't even fit the screen when I put my hands on it. Right. It was massive, and I printed it in 3 parts, maxed out the build plate, and it was just a tank. I'm just like, what was I thinking? But it came out pretty good. I was pretty happy with it. Again, not shelf friendly, but it was an accomplishment. I was just glad I was able to do it in the first place.
Yeah.
Yep. Now, you don't have to answer this question if you don't want to. What's a dream project you haven't tackled yet?
So, a dream project for me would be to come out with my own branded series of miniatures, in some capacity. So, I have all these characters in mind, and I want to come out with just a series, and I think that's what most customizers aspire to these days. With the indie wave and the advent of Kickstarters and everybody kind of taking that leap and doing their own lines. I'd like to do something very unique for myself. Like I mentioned, I got a 3-year-old. I'd love to make a toy line for him.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah.
So just to leave something behind for him, and to he gives me so much inspiration too. So that's kind of where I'm at now. So where dreams are born, reality is set. So I'm kind of hoping maybe I can manifest that real soon.
That's awesome, dude. That is really cool. Now, before I jump into the next section of questions, I swear we are wrapping it up soon. I do want to do another giveaway. This time it's going to be from our sponsor, Savage Crucible, for the Creator Crown Awards. So I'm going to play this quick video, and then we're going to share a hashtag for you guys to do.
Titan Toy Expo.
Join us in Nashville, Tennessee for the Creators Crown Awards. Over $5,000 in cash prizes. Different categories for submission including Best Diorama, Best Original 3D Sculpt, Best Custom Action Figure, and Best Action Figure Photography. Bring your submissions to this year's Titan Toy Expo, October 25th and 26th. Learn more about the event at CreatorsCrownAwards.com.
All right, guys. Hashtag Savage. We are going to be giving away. I'm just going to supersize myself here for a second. The Royal Guard.
Oh, man. That is literally the best lizard.
Yeah, I love this one.
And
100%.
I don't know if the folks in the
Dude,
chat
that's
know this,
so
but
big.
if you look at the bottom of the package, there's a little black plastic bag. No. If you open the
bag,
window,
yeah.
there's a translucent weapon in that little plastic bag.
Oh, there is. Yep.
I think it's in the back. I think it's under. It's somewhere.
Actually, it might be. Yeah, it's in there.
He does not come with or at least mine didn't come with a secret weapon.
Oh, you got robbed.
Oh, yours
Yeah.
didn't come with a secret weapon?
I don't know if they did those with that figure. I don't know if that. I thought those started a little bit later in the line with the secret.
Maybe I was special.
I could be wrong.
Maybe I misspoke. Maybe I was just a special case. Y'all.
I have a
Sorry.
bunch of those bags sitting around, so if you need some.
It should be like
Yeah,
something
like-
for you.
I'll be throw a translucent weapon in there for the chat for sticking
Look at
around with us. There you go. Give him that purple one. Give him that purple one.
Ooh, the purple one's sick.
Yeah.
I love that one. I got one of those lying around somewhere.
I have a lot of the different colors, dude. I love them.
Yeah.
It look
You
like
said
it's-
Steph. You said you wanted the purple one.
yeah, give me the purple one. Give the chat
I
the
got
green
you.
one.
Right on.
I got you.
Appreciate you, man.
I
Sorry,
wanna enter
chat.
this.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Again,
no,
Steph,
no,
you
no.
can enter this too, Steph, if you want to.
Yeah, Steph, you can go for it. You're
I
a
can't be
guest, you
greedy.
can-
I can't be greedy, man.
No,
I
I
gotta
mean
play
Savage
a bunch.
was kind enough to provide these figures, so this is from them.
Shout out to Rob Post, man. He's doing great things with that line. Great
Yeah,
things.
100%.
Elric is dropping soon. Oof, I cannot wait.
And did you see their the two new figures they just showed off? The
Barbarians?
over wonderful, yeah, the Barbarians, the Scorpion guys. Oh, dude,
Oh
looks
yes,
so good.
and the Snake
Was it
Man.
that-
And ooh,
Dune
So
Striker,
good.
I think it's called. Did you see? That's one of theirs. The Dune. I can't remember. The name of
I'm horrible with names, but they showed off the Snake guys too, and amazing, all of them.
it. Mm-hmm. Yep. I was drooling over that. That was
I can't
so
wait.
looking forward. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, they'll have them up for sale. I believe Titans Toys they're gonna have the twins, the Scorpion
Oh, yeah.
brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so mad I can't make it, man. I'm gonna be stuck in Mexico with my wife and kid, man. Horrible time.
You know, Ish told me
Oh,
about it. I did ask Ish about that. I was like, "Is Steph going to be there?" He set up, and he's like, "No, he's on vacation." And I was like, "Ah,
Ah,
it's okay. I mean, you'll be at Legion Con, right?" So,
yeah, but I want to see Rob. I want to see, you know, see my guys, man. I want to see Stelly.
yeah.
Ooh, Hendo.
Okay.
I didn't order 6. I ordered 3. I ordered 3. I thought I was bad.
I
Seriously.
ordered 2.
I know you're insane.
I was good.
You're a madman.
Yeah, School Black Con is gonna be the crazy hit right there. Had some nice soft goods. Oh,
So Menjoza, so he won this last week too. So he did not get translucent weapon in his. So it may not have it.
Oh.
ooh, that was
Okay.
just me then. Sorry, guys. Snooze
Yeah.
and lose.
Yeah. He's a killer figure though.
Oh, it's
So,
a great
here-
figure.
Yeah. You want to get a better look at what you're winning?
The best lizard. Yeah, I definitely misspoke. Yeah, the lizard didn't come with it. It was just mine.
I definitely customized one of mine too. I ended up popping one of the sparrow heads on him. It was one of the head packs of the chimps with the skull paint.
Mm.
And then
Oh,
I
yeah.
swapped out the feet. I actually no, I tried to swap out the feet and I couldn't on the sparrow. They were like stuck in there. So
Yeah,
I
the feet up.
clipped I clipped the nails of the lizard to make it look more roundish, and then I sanded it down. And then I swapped out the hands. So now it looks like it's like a chimp and like the nice armor, and it's got that black and white motif to it.
Nice. Very
Yeah.
cool. Yep.
Don Deep, what's up, man?
Yo, Deep, what's cooking, bro? Can't wait to see you, man.
You shouldn't be at the bottom. Let me put myself down there. All right, guys. Last chance. Savage. Hashtag Savage to a chance to win the royal card. Ball and Chain didn't have a secret weapon either.
Oh, damn, Sneaky.
Yeah. I don't think mine did either, Sneaky.
I don't remember, to be honest with you, Sneaky, if mine did or not. But that's actually one of my favorite figures.
Ball and Chain is great.
It's in my top 5 of this year. I don't know what it is about that figure, but I fell in love with it. It was so fun to play with and
It's the
mess around
weight.
with.
That weight, you don't anticipate it to be that hefty.
Yeah.
It's some really good plastic.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
very
dude,
yeah, for
I
sure.
it's just that I don't know what it is about that figure. Like Human was nice, but when I opened the Ball and Chain, I was just like, oh god, this is like my top figure right now. This is my top 5 this year.
See, Who-Man surprised me. I wasn't even sure I even wanted that one. When I got him and got him out of box, he was a very pleasant surprise.
Who-Man's the not He-Man kind of inspiration figure, right?
Yeah.
Nah, not really. So Who-Man, so to spoil the story a little bit, he was a kid, transported into this nexus, this other dimension, and the natives there were trying to pronounce human, and they pronounced it as Who-Man after he said it. So he's like, all right, my name is Derek, but whatever, call me Who-Man.
Right.
So you read the comic?
Yes, the comics are really good. They have 2 volumes out right now, still available on the website. Who-Man and Nashorn as well. So definitely get to the Savage Crucible website and order those.
Yep.
It's a good reading. Great art. Very compelling. I read the first one and I was stuck on it for like 3 months. Just stunned at how the storytelling just developed in just a few pages. I did not anticipate that from a comic line, from a toy line. It was just I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. It was really, really good. I highly recommend it.
I have both of the comics, and you're making me want to go read them.
You have to.
I haven't read them yet, so I get lazy when it comes to reading.
It's so good. I bought the first one digitally, and then I went back and bought the hard copy when he made it, and I bought a hard copy of the second one.
Okay.
It's really good, guys. It's really good.
Yeah. So G.I. Joe for life I still have like 12 in the box. That's awesome.
You know what's cool too? If you take the Who-Man head and put it on the ball and chain body, you have a nice Kazar, like Marvel Legends Kazar.
Oh, that's a good point. True. That's a very good point.
Yeah, it looks really good.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pull this #Savage, one last chance to win a Royal Guard. And in this giveaway, you hit me up on Instagram, Figure Fight Club. We'll make sure to get that out to you. All right, 3, 2, 1, Toyamic, welcome. Good luck, guys.
BK, right. What frenzy is going to get it?
Smoke him if you got him.
Smoke if you got it. Wow.
Congratulations, brother.
0 for 2, man.
Congrats.
Man.
Congrats.
Let's see. You here?
Is he here? Yeah, that's a big question mark. He's here. I believe him. He's here.
He's got to be here.
Yeah. You can't miss that.
You're here, right?
It's probably off smoking.
Oh, that's the best part.
Rig him if you can.
There he is. You see?
Am I high? There he is.
Probably, but you won.
Congrats, man. Hit me up on Instagram. I'll send out the figure to you. Congratulations. And so, wow, thank you again, DTour, for donating that Mythic Legions figure earlier for the giveaway. And then for members, if you guys stick around for the members only tonight, we were doing another giveaway there. Just keep that in mind.
More gambling.
Yeah, exactly. Now let's talk conventions. The last subject matter was conventions. Now, which conventions do you normally go to? And
most of them.
Do you set up at them?
Yeah, so this year was pretty heavy. I went to a lot of conventions this year. So I usually set up at the local conventions here in the tri-state, so New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. But I actually had the opportunity to set up at IshCon this year, as well as the Toy Tuber, which a lot of you guys were at. But for like the bigger cons like New York City Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con, I'll attend, but I won't, for obvious reasons, won't have a table there. But yeah, I tried to have a nice footprint on conventions this year because the friendships that I've made in the last few years have been really, really good. And Avi, I think this is the first year we actually got to hang out, and it's been such a great time, man. So for that, I'm grateful. But yeah,
we've definitely met before.
Yeah,
we definitely met before, I think. But I think the Toy Tuber, that was the first time we went out for like food and stuff together.
Yeah, that was fun, man. So definitely want to do more of that. And we were talking backstage about meeting new collectors and and reliving the experience of the community being fresh, like
Yeah.
with Trey, and it was like that's pretty damn cool, man. That's pretty
It
damn
is.
cool.
I agree. No, it's always fun just meeting people in general. Like that's like this year, like I started Figure Fight Club in November of last year, and it's just been a wild ride, to be honest with you. It's been so much fun, and then I kickstarted like going to more cons. Like I did SCCC this year. Normally I would never go to that. That was a big thing this year, and then New York. Shit, that's what next week. So going to New York Comic Con, that's another big milestone. Legion's Con, this is my third time going, so I'm used to that one.
Yeah,
That's a fairly, but it's always fun going to Legion's Con. But another new milestone this year is going to be Titans Toys, right? That's a whole new show for Ish.
it's
That's going to be
so
fun.
And shout out to
Yeah.
Ish. Ish is doing a lot of trailblazing as far as getting regional collectors down south the opportunity to come together and see these things and meet each other. I think it was a very underserved, area as far as collectors were concerned.
Yeah.
You got Toylanta, Joe Fest, that kind of thing. But I don't ever remember seeing anything in Tennessee. So
Oh,
BotCon
yeah.
was there a couple years ago. That's about it.
You said BotCon?
But
Okay.
But what?
Bots,
but
like Transformers. Bots.
Okay. Yeah, just making sure, like, sign me up. Yeah, exactly. No, I think it's a great thing, and I'm glad Ish is the one doing it. So I'm looking forward to, and I'll always support. I'm definitely looking forward to see. So you got Ish Con, now you have Titan Toys Expo. It's only a matter of time before you add some more shows, and having Savage Crucible and everybody else supporting too. That's huge.
Oh, 100%. It's
Very
huge.
excited.
It's going to be very similar to like how Toy Tuber was. It's going to be, a lot of people will know each other, and I'm looking forward to that and just hanging out with a bunch of people.
Oh yeah,
With Titans Toys.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot of fun.
we got a lot of
I'm excited.
Now, what was your first convention, and how was that experience for you?
I was in Jersey, so it was it was actually ToyCon.
ToyCon, okay.
So the same gentleman that runs Legion's Con, he does 2 Toy Cons every year, and I had attended one year and then started exhibiting the following.
Okay.
But it was very nerve-wracking the first time. I just remember I got a table, I set up. How do I do transactions? How much change should I have? How should I introduce myself? Am I Stefan today, or should I say this is DTour Customs? So I didn't know what to do. So it was very weird. But once you start talking to people, you realize it's nothing to be afraid of. When you're in these spaces, all of these individuals, well, most of them anyway, are of like minds, and they like the same things or close to the same things that you do, and they're breaking out of their comfort zones to come and support a convention for hobbies, and you're doing the same thing. So definitely feel free to open up and engage and establish some good dialogue, high five someone, get their info. And at least for me, a lot of the same people that I see at these conventions I see on a regular basis, and we become very good friends, and you bolster the community that way, and you make it okay to be a nerd. And that's the magic.
Yeah.
It's bringing people together and getting lost in that nerd fandom. I love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
How important are conventions for building your brand and connecting with collectors?
I like conventions the most because there's nothing more organic than face-to-face interaction, right?
I'll be right back, by the way.
Yeah, so and it's so important to have that FaceTime. It allows for genuine interactions, genuine interest, and genuine feedback too. So if there's someone who has been doing something much longer than you, they can give you some feedback and some advice and kind of give you some more confidence. Or if there's somebody who's just starting, you could mentor them as well. So it's a great way to share ideas and to
Do you typically sell products when you're at cons too?
Oh yeah.
So that, I mean,
Absolutely.
that's got to be a good boost in confidence too when you see people like pick up your stuff and like,
Dude,
wow.
it is the biggest boost because I'm like, man, nobody's gonna buy this stuff. They're gonna hate it. They're gonna just like mosey on by. But people come up, they pick stuff up. They're like, oh my god, this is exactly what I needed, and it just fills me right up, man. It's food for
Yeah.
the soul. It really is.
Yeah.
Even folks that don't have any idea what you're doing, it's just fascinating to see what their reaction would be. Like this past weekend at ToyCon, this mother and son, they kind of just walked by the table, and the mother's like, "Oh my goodness, look at the gondola, look at the boat, oh my god, buddy, come see this, come see this." And he's like maybe 4 or 5. He's like, "Oh wow, it's a boat, oh mom, look, it's killing you." He's like messing around with it, and I'm okay with that. If he breaks it, he has to buy it anyway. So, but
Right.
but I digress.
Or mom has to.
Yeah, but it was just cool to see, even if they don't buy it, it's just cool to see them take interest in it and be like, that's pretty damn cool, and that's
Right.
that's priceless for me.
Yeah,
for
I
sure.
100% agree. Now, what's been your most memorable convention experience so far?
It
And
is.
there's a lot, so
There's a lot. There's a lot on a consistent basis. It's been, I would say, Legion's Con at the top because it is a different beast altogether.
Mm.
They've had the venue at the hotel space, so you don't have to leave. There's food on site, so it's more of a party almost. Like it's so hard to describe. It's like all these people we've been, because I was at the first Legion's Con, which was incidentally the first show that I exhibited. So it was at ToyCon, New Jersey, and the first Legion's Con was held in this small little room, and all of the Legion's collectors came because Four Horsemen was selling at the show. I had a table right next to Trevor 16 Shooter, and he was like right next to the Horsemen, so we were all like in one row. That's actually how I got cool with Trevor all those years ago. I was like, "Hey man, I knew who he was, but I was like, hey man, we got the Horseman, man. This is great." He was like, "Yeah, let's go buy some toys," and we're gonna go buy some toys. This is before he became the product photographer, and it was just like that was the genesis of what ended up being one of my favorite conventions to be at. So once they got their own venue, it kind of developed. In the last couple of years, they've had at this hotel. There's a bar, a pub, restaurant on site, and we're just on the floor, toys. In the lobby, toys, taking a nap in the room, toys, and it's just like, this is like a pocket universe. That's what it feels like, and it's such a great experience. It definitely not your conventional convention. It's something entirely different, and it just keeps evolving. And you've grown to love these people that you see, and when everybody's packing up and everybody's headed to the airport, it's like I'm pushing 40 here, but I think I want to cry a little bit. I'm going to miss my friends. It's crazy. So, you always want to, appreciate that type of environment. But I would say that's number one for me. But at a close second, San Diego Comic-Con. The experience of an entire city bowing down to nerd culture is unprecedented for me because I'm used to New York City Comic-Con, and it's not the same thing at all. San Diego really does end up. The nice weather helps, so you get
the weather definitely helps. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So it's such a great time, but definitely those experiences have been incredible, and all the other cons too. Again, connecting with folks. I'm in a space where I'm comfortable setting up at a convention as an exhibitor. I've kind of got my my game plan down. I got my nice little table runner. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. I got my big jug of water. I got my phone charger. I'm good. So it's gotten a bit more comfortable for me. So I'm more or less inclined to pick up a bag and travel and go support a show, out of state. So it's much easier for me to do that now.
Yeah. No, I agree with that completely. And the fact that the convention or like the con is attached to the hotel, it's like a night and day difference compared to one when it's not attached. Just because, like, the best example was DFW for me. I kept buying what's that giant lizard from Star Wars?
Dewbacks.
The Dewbacks. Yeah, I bought 3 of the Dewback like the giant packs, and I just every time I bought one, I just I'm like holding it like this, and like I'm walking up to my hotel room to drop it off, and then I would go back downstairs. It was the best experience ever, just because I could do that. At San Diego, I was just holding all my crap I was buying, and I was like, this is a horrible idea. Like, why did I buy it so quickly? But at the same time, you almost felt pressured to buy it right away. Just because like you're gonna miss it out, or it's gonna get sold out, and then you're screwed.
Weren't those lines crazy too?
They were, yes.
The worst.
They were horrible. I'm personally, I'm a big fan of smaller conventions, not like San Diego style, but more like Legion's Con. Like that's more.
It's cozy. Yeah, it's
cozy. Yeah, IshCon I absolutely loved this year.
awesome.
It was amazing. Yeah. Now, another question about conventions in general is how do collectors react when they see your customs in person for the first time?
The average response is, folks are pretty excited, pretty impressed. I can tell a genuine response from a fake one, and folks are pretty impressed. I don't really make anything common or conventional. I kind of try to offer things that we don't have at all.
Yeah.
So I'll do a boat. I'll do a spaceship. I'll do a vehicle or some wonky weapon that's practical and dynamic. I'll make something that shoots. I think for Legion's Con a few years ago, I made a ballista, one of those big arrow machines, and that actually shot bolts. And I made a catapult that same year, and launching projectiles all over the place. So I like to make things that are fun and things that are atypical of what you might see from other creators.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's cool. Okay.
Okay, so you stand out for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Now you obviously sell your customs at conventions. So how do you prepare for that? Like, what's your process?
So for conventions in the beginning, I was usually in like a frenzy, trying to make stuff and trying to get enough stock to bring to the show. But then I realized, just keep it simple, have fun, maybe just have a nice little selection of things to have at the table, so you have more time to engage and to talk to other folks about the stuff you do, talk to other vendors, talk to other creators. That's what the convention is for. So it goes back to what I was saying about not having money being the main priority as a creator. The stuff you make will speak for itself, and if money is involved and money is in the equation, it'll come. But the bottom line up front, the meat and potato should be what you make and how it impacts and how it makes others feel when they see it.
I agree with that. Now, how different is it selling customs or parts in person versus online?
Online, it's very robotic. That's why I'll always prefer things, in person, because when somebody sees a product, they have a bunch of questions like, well, how did you even come up with this? Like, where is this from? What is it for? And then you can kind of give them the lore, the story, the history, and that captivates them. And even if they don't buy it, they leave with something very profound. When it's online, it's like product, cart. All right, it's been 5 days. I don't have a shipping notice yet. What's going on? So it feels very
tracking number.
Yeah, exactly. It feels like, I don't want to be Amazon here, I want to give you an enriching experience about the stuff that I make, because it comes from a good place that makes me happy, and that's what I really want to share. So I definitely would always prefer selling in person than online, which is why the biggest reason why you don't see my online shop as updated as it should be. I have a ton of products that I have not uploaded onto the shop, and it is abysmal. I'm ashamed. Shame. It just, it's easier to do it at shows and more rewarding, much more rewarding.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. It's the one-on-one interaction, the eye-to-eye, the discussion over the product.
Yeah,
that connection is missed in the most of the time online.
And people can't see how handsome I am. I think
the P2P, the P2P connection is definitely a big thing. I mean, I love selling stuff when it's in person, just because it's like you get a chance to talk to people, you share a passion, you want to understand what they like. So it's just like getting to know a person. It's like, hey, what do you like to collect? I just get lost in conversation for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and like, oh yeah, by the way, do you still want to buy this?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
like, you still want this, or like you want something else?
You just want a high five? I got you.
Exactly. And then my last question, I definitely skipped over a lot of my questions, unfortunately, but have you ever sold out your customs at a show? And what pieces were the hottest sellers?
It was Toy Tuber. I sold out on everything. It was the boats. It was the boats, man.
And I think you came up to me and you gave me the last boat. You already had it in a box for me, I think.
I had to box it up because they were flying like hot bread. I was like, geez, Avi's going to be so mad if he doesn't get one of these.
No, because I missed out at IshCon and I was so upset with myself. Granted, I had a booth there and I was like, man, I really wanted a boat. Yeah. And then I remember talking to you. I was like, save me a boat. I want a boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad you came by and dropped off that boat because now it's literally like I have it on the shelf. And then I actually used the warrior with ball and chain. That's the dude who sits on the boat.
That's his ride.
Yeah, that's his ride, 100%.
So that was ball and chain on a boat.
Yes, exactly.
Glub, 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 glub.
It'll go well with the fish warriors that come out.
The paranoids,
yeah. So it's gonna work out well. Mm-hmm. But dude, again, I want to thank you very much for jumping on. This was a lot of fun chit chatting with you and just talking towards.
Man, it's great time.
I'm not gonna lie, we have to do a part 2 just because I skipped over so many questions.
I'm down. I'm down.
But this was a hell of a fun, and I can't wait to meet you in person again at Legions Con because it's going to be a lot of excitement. And then I'll hit you up about the bows and the arrows because I need some.
Yes.
No.
So you caught me at a good time because I'm designing one for Legions Con, so it could be the Abi bow.
The Abi bow. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Definitely need some bows and arrows just because I'm working on a lot of DC customs and I'm doing a lot of green arrow people. So you know how that rolls. They have their bow and arrows. So yeah, I'll definitely take you up on that offer. Before we head out, shout outs
to Figure Fight Club, Abi, Talib, Lou, LL. Everybody loves the L. You know what I'm saying? Gotta hit them up with the. Now, shout out to the chat, everybody in the chat. I saw a lot of great friends in the chat. Jimmy, Hendo. Shout out to Sneaky. I got you. And next time, maybe we can get some non-rigged winners.
See what I'm talking about.
Listen, I can't control what StreamYard picks. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But how about you, Lou? Any shout outs?
Not at the moment. I made it through my first show, so I appreciate all you guys for hanging out. And
go to Lou's Instagram. Lou. Lou's Instagram is right there in his name.
Send him dirty memes.
Yeah, Lucida Base 3. I take pictures. Like my pictures.
Like, subscribe, follow.
Like, subscribe, and follow. I'm working on it, man. I see it says trainee. Yeah. I'm working on it, but
it's different now because he's now officially a co-host instead of open mic nighter, right? So it's
Matt,
very
Lose Clues.
Lose Clues, yeah.
Damn.
God,
all right, Talib.
All right, well, I'll change it up. I'm a mouthful. I am Talib1980 collects Talib1980 collects. I'm on YouTube, pushing to 1,000, 23 away from 1,000 subscribers. Follow me on Instagram. Check me out on TikTok, X. Got my own Facebook page. I'm on Twitch as well. Streaming, multi-stream when I do streams or whatever. All right, 2 reviews a week. Tuesdays, Fridays, live stream on Sunday nights, Monday nights on Decepticast, or all part of the Figure Fight Club is Decepticast Transformers show, And then immediately after Decepticast on my channel is a news and review of the week from prior to. So that's not just Transformers. It's everything that I throw news out throughout the week. And then Tuesday night, back on Figure Fight Club for open mic night that starts at 8 p.m. And then Friday, the VIP show at 9 p.m.
Yep.
I'm busy.
Exactly. I don't even have to shout out the shows anymore because he does it for me, so it's even perfect. But yeah, no. So whoever wants to check out DTour Customs, all the links are in the description. His IG, his website. Hit him up, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And members, we'll see you in about 15-20 minutes, something like that. And again, DTour, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
100% appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks
It
for
was
joining.
awesome. And again,
you,
members, we'll see you soon. Peace out.
Good night.
Nighty night.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just a see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.